Let's not do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
I thought you originally meant like
But
6
I was like dropping,
6 kilobytes.
I was dropping frames like a motherfucker.
Oh, you're hosting Fire Emblem. All right, there we go.
There we go. My CPU was like, we ain't doing that.
Be gone, Fire Emblem. I opened up your thing and you were hosting still.
Oh, it should be done now. Or it should be live now, anyway.
Oh, that's so everyone can hear us.
Hopefully. That's the plan. Usually when you do these kinds of things, you tend to want your audience to be able to hear you. Sometimes. I mean, it doesn't always have to be. Oh, man, it's not fun. There are some people, maybe. Yeah, we're live now.
Cool.
Pop that chat out. Like that. Which I don't know why I do that, because I just watch the chat through OBS, because, it's display, I just display it.
I can say something if you need to.
Yeah, that's true. Why would I ever want to interact with my chat, though? The unwashed masses, if you will. Mm-hmm. The unwashed asses.
Not me. I took a nice, quick shower right before the podcast.
Got yourself a nice, clean butt.
You started to say shit.
I needed it. I made my big old thing of hot and sour soup today and had a characteristic reaction. I don't know what's in it that causes it.
Got moody booty. You got some moody booty going on.
Is it the vinegar? Is it the soy sauce? It's not. There's nothing gluten in it. Is it just that much salt? Why would salt cause? I don't understand. I don't understand, y'all.
John does not understand what makes his butt mad.
It's like clockwork. About 45, like an hour after I ate the hot and sour soup.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. I hate it. Updating my Mal. Go. I timed that like right up to the end of the beginning of the Sockscast.
What the fuck were you watching?
Oh, we'll talk about it.
Oh boy, I bet it's bad. I feel like with regards to anything anime these days.
Well,
at least with
hey Polly, I got some bad news.
Uh-oh.
I'm bringing something that's not Monica, but an anime as well.
Man, I bet this episode is literally going to be the most anime we've ever packed into one episode.
If John has one, then maybe.
I got a pretty big one.
I've done.
Don't look at my mouth. Don't look at my mouth, Red. Don't spoil it.
Okay.
I've done absolutely.
I was going to tell you to look at mine, but I don't know if I actually put it on yet.
I've done absolutely nothing worth talking about this episode. So this episode is basically you two and me piggybacking on one.
Okay.
So,
we'll carry the weight like always.
Like always, yeah. Just like you did last time.
I got more hot and sour soup in my little cup here. I'm happy. If I suddenly need to leave for a little bit, just please cover for me there.
Okay, we'll absolutely do that.
This one was weird for me because I'm like, I guess I haven't done anything since I finished Judgment. Oh wait, I played Mega Man 11. Weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like,
that game. That game. Dances with the Woos watched Violet Evergarden, which I hear is pretty good.
Cool.
Who watched it? Virus?
No, Dances with a Woos.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
That's
Open the fucking chat, jackass.
I should. I was trying to link it. I liked Violet Evergarden by the end, but it takes a lot of getting used to the setup. It's very contrived, I think. This girl who may as well have just been a robot character, because that's the whole plot, where she doesn't understand humans because she's a robot. It would have made more sense if she was just literally not a person. Because she is so emotionally traumatized, basically.
Oh, good.
Because she just can't interact with people, kind of.
Fantastic.
Did you watch Future Diary, Red? There's some comments in the chat that
I think I dropped it after like 4 episodes.
Okay. I know nothing about it.
You can only teach a robot to love on the battlefield. That's how it works.
Well, that's where she got her baggage from.
Well, yeah, I was making a Metal Gear Solid joke.
I know, but in the show, she comes back from the war and can't deal with it.
Mm.
That's kind of a bummer. KyoAni has a Violet Evergarden movie that was like recently completed before some shit went down.
Yeah, that's a real bummer. Some of the names started coming out about that too, and like there was some pretty high-profile names that ended up.
So they've extended the run for that movie in Japan. That's gonna be like the saddest movie of all time now.
Yeah, no kidding, no fucking kidding. All right. I guess that's it. Are we ready to start rolling?
Good energy to start on.
Good energy.
I know. Sorry.
Don't worry. I'll get it going. I'll get us going. Don't worry. I got this. Right. I know how to do these. I've done these almost 100 times now. I've done it. And starting right now, I will have done it for the 99th time. That was an absolutely perfect.
Seamless.
That was a seamless sub dropped right in my headphones to lift the mood right on back up. Welcome to Sockscast episode 99, brought to you as always by Moon Pies. Moon Pies, they're as cool as drugs. I am your host, Polly. As always, and yep, you heard me right. This is episode 99, which means the next one of these we decide to get together and shit out. It's going to be Sockscast episode 100, and we plan on doing that on August the 24th, starting at around 5 p.m. Eastern. We obviously would hope that you come out and hang out at the show here at twitch.tv/polyhead, but we would also like you to be a part of that show if you can. So due to the nature of how we kind of have to put this thing together, doing a whole bunch of live call-ins at the same time would be absolutely maddening to try and do. We are doing some, but we can't unfortunately get everybody in the same way that we wanted. So to kind of make up for that, we thought of a way to kind of get everybody that wants to be involved, and that means we want you to record us a message, a question, anything, just anything that you would like to have said on the air, within reason, of course. Within reason. Record us a message, send it to polly@socksmakepeoplesexy.net, and we will try and make sure that gets on the air with us on that day that we celebrate our 100th episode, and simultaneously also our 5th anniversary. That's pretty nuts to be doing that. But yeah, we want you all to be a part of that. Try and if you're gonna send something in, send it in by noon on the 24th would be ideal. If you don't want to send a recorded message, you can also just send a normal old email, and I'll make sure that those get read live on the air too. So, yeah. So come on out to that. That'll be extra fun. That's just going to be kind of us sitting around bullshitting with people episode. So it's going to be a good time of kind of just enjoying the work that we put into this dumb thing. We put in way too much effort for such a crappy product. And it's our pleasure to bring it to you each and every almost 2 weeks. To my immediate virtual right, he's not just a horny boy, but he is horny. But he is horny.
But I'm more than that.
But he's more than that. He's more than horny. He is.
Oh, and you got a sub during that, didn't you?
Yep. It's Rhett.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. I got the next 5 days off work.
Hey, sounds like you're going to get into a lot of stuff.
All the porn, I mean video games.
You're not just a horny boy. You're not just a horny boy.
I bought a 3DS and a bunch of games, and I haven't played any of it yet.
That's typically how.
Because I'm an idiot.
Because you are a person that plays video games in the modern era. You buy shit,
Yeah.
And you have it. You got it now.
You know, when the purge comes and the internet is gone forever, like, I will be glad I bought these physical 3DS games.
Yeah, you're gonna be fucking set.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fucking set. To my immediate virtual left, yeah, he'll sign your copy of Castlevania 3. It's John Thayer.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Moon pies 10 times more powerful than marijuana.
They really are. They really are. They put me in a good place anyway.
There you go.
Marijuana tends to do the same, so hey, it's all good. It's all good. We are having some weird connection issues today, so if we're dropping frames, big ol' apologies.
You'll have the recording at least, right?
I'm still recording though, so
yeah.
Don't you worry your little sphincter about that. For posteriority.
So the thousands of future listeners that deep dive our archives.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now that we've hit 5 years, I think people will start to want to know what's the arc of these characters.
Yeah, like, where did they start? Was Rhett always the horny? But yes.
Well, I don't know. I think 5 years ago it was more like you making Rhett's dick jokes constantly, me being embarrassed.
That's true.
I have no idea what you're saying. Never made a Rhett's dick.
I think Rhett's had the strongest arc.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think John for sure has.
John's had a pretty wild journey, I will say.
John, you know how you mentioned listen to the Mabim archives and how Griffin is like angry and jaded at the start of that show? You've had the reverse arc.
I'm not angry and jaded. I'm perfectly happy.
Well, I mean, but you started one place and
you started one place, and 5 years later, boy, oh boy, are you in a different one.
Yeah.
A more mature happy.
And maybe a little angry and jaded still.
What? Don't got any of that.
Maybe that was all more year
vibe.
4.
I'm all good vibes all the time.
That was definitely year 4.
Definitely.
Oh, look at me. I'm Shovel Knight Plague of Shadows.
The dark middle chapter of the Sockscast saga.
That poor game was the wrong game in the wrong time.
Wrong game, wrong time. Yeah. Plague of Shadows got done dirty. I'm so angry. Fuck you, Anna.
Hashtag Plague of Shadows got done dirty.
Oh my god. Okay. So before we jump into everybody doing stuff, at the end we're going to be doing a bit of a spoiler cast. I don't know how long it's going to last, but we are holding a topic.
3 hours.
We are holding a topic. We are holding a topic until the last. So if you've not seen the third Madoka Magica movie, Rebellion, we will be spoiling the shit out of that at the end because there's really no way to talk about it and not spoil the shit out of it. So if that's on your list of things to watch or something you don't really want to hear about, we'll give you a chance to hop on out. But for now, we're gonna jump over to John Thayerland.
Hi.
And see how things are going on over there. How's it going?
I'm doing really great. I watched a ton of anime.
You just
boy.
Yeah, and a warning: this is probably going to be the most anime-centric episode of the Sockscast that has ever happened.
Yep, I don't really have any games.
Oh, jeez.
And I have literally nothing. Rhett is our only hope if games are going to be talked about.
Yeah, what are games anyway? I released a game. That's pretty cool.
That game's it's pretty alright. It's pretty alright.
Yeah, it's called Expanse. You can find it on farawaytimes.itch.io. Polly's the best at it.
I am literally the best at it.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to give it another shot to really high score attack it.
I don't think any of us have gotten none of us have gotten a 1 life fair yet though.
I keep I always shit it up somewhere near the end where it's just like, man, and it's always something dumb and not hard. It's just you overjudge a bullet or something, and it's like, man, fuck you, video game. This is John's fault. And I can say that, and it literally is John's fault because he's the one that put the bullets there.
Yep. I made a shmup. I made an arcade shmup with game overs and lives and score.
Holy shit!
That felt cool.
Weird.
I know.
Even managed to work in some weird little bit of that Johnism in there.
I felt there was less of that in the final version compared to the beta, where when the beta you beat the final boss and it just went back to the title screen. Now there's like credits and stuff. It's all gamey.
Well, I don't know. Like then there was the earlier alpha build that had the 45-minute visual novel after stage 2, which was a little weird. I thought it was a little weird, but I mean, it kind of worked. But
it kind of fucked with the pacing, though.
It really fucked with the pacing.
Unskippable text.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the goal there was just like to kind of hone in on the action stuff as much as possible, and not like without like any big style stuff or story to like to sort of just like with my previous big action games, there's sort of like get some other ideas like style gimmicks or narrative stuff.
Yeah.
And this was just like, I just want to do this. I just want to do this and do it really well.
Yeah. You want to see, like, after making all of these non-games, you finally decided to make a real video game.
Yeah,
exactly.
This one, put it on the box. Actually a video game. It's got lives and shit.
Genre.
It's got lives and shit.
You know what it did make me think of, though? Like, you're talking about, like, balancing it for one clear playthrough and, like, how often you give lives based on score. And I was thinking, man, I've never put lives in any of my games. Like, because they were Flash games. And then I was like, no, just make it unlimited. Like, fuck that.
Yeah. Like, at a certain point, I feel like lives are an outmoded aspect of games to a degree, I think.
Your games are all for like 25 minutes. Like there's a difference there.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say there's definitely a comparison between this and Super Elixir, though, also that one's, it's very hard to die in that. So you get the one life basically.
Yeah.
But like just you thinking about having to bounce for the whole game at once is just something I realized. Like, oh, I've literally never had to do that. Like. Yeah. Like Bullet Maze and Bullet Phase, they're like, I'm bouncing for one screen.
Yeah.
At a time. Not like, oh, if the player has 100 lives, how far will they get?
I'll give you a little secret, Rhett. I didn't put all that much thought into it.
It felt really good it felt really good in the final version, though.
Yeah.
Where I felt like I was 1 or 2 away from losing, but then I pulled through, and I was like, man, that was perfect.
Yeah, that was my first run through the beta. Is like I got to, like I finished it with like 1 or 2 lives left. So
awesome.
I think I game overed on the final boss in the first one you sent us.
The first one was really mean. It was
I
don't know how different it felt, but it was very different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I just tweaked a lot of values there to make that a lot less murderous. I'm really happy with it. I feel good about it.
It's a pretty good game.
Thanks. I want to make more shmups. I thought that every like 5 years of like I should make a shmup every time I play Toho, and I thought that I could just do it and then I would be free from that. And now I'm just like, no, now I want to do more. And so now there's no escape, as it turns out.
No. Zero escape.
Speaking of which, I did watch a bunch of anime. Mostly, aside from we're going to talk about Madoka later.
Yeah.
So I spent all weekend finishing the Garden of Sinners movies.
Oh, those. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So where did you pick up?
Well, last time we left off, I had watched like the first movie and then a month later the second movie. And
did you just start over because?
No, fuck that. I just started from number 3 and then I just watched all of them this weekend and I had I had a good time. So I remember Rhett, you telling me movie 5's really good.
Yeah.
And I watched all of these movies and movie 5's real good.
Okay, thank God.
It's really good.
I was like, that I will like mark it down. That's the one that stands out and like will hold up, I think.
Yep.
I don't know about the rest of them.
Movie 5's real good. I just Googled rate all the Garden of Sinners movies, and it's hilarious. Like it's like 2%, 3%, 6%, 1%, 50%.
Wow, that's real fucking stilted.
Yeah, and then 1% for 6, and then 40% for the last one.
That's fair. That's actually closer than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be like 80% for 5.
Yep. It very transparently stands out while watching it also.
It's the one that kind of feels like a full movie because some of them are like 40 minutes long, I think.
That's true. Only 5 and 7 are 2 hours. The rest are 40 to 60 minutes.
Yeah.
But even in that, like, it just stands out, it's sort of immediately it's like, oh, okay, cool. And it has the best boy ever, Tomoe.
Ever?
No, maybe not ever. He's a very
Don't
good
make
boy.
claims you can't back up.
Both of the boys in this are very good. The main boy is great, and then Tomoe is just completely precious. He's very good. He's the main character. So the premise kind of is just like it's all very out of order chronological and also very episodic. So you don't really like the main plot is basically just movies 2 and 7. And then the rest are just kind of these episodes, including the really good one is just like a mostly self-contained episode. And it's just the main character guy, Mikawa? I should Google that again. And Shiki, the lady with death eyes that are just straight from the same thing in Tsukihime.
Oh, right. That's what this is.
You forgot.
That's why I kept thinking, I know I hate this for some reason.
This is what UFO Table did before animating Fate Zero.
That's what I thought.
They got their feet wet in the Nazuverse with this.
Yeah. But yeah, movie 5, it just goes hog wild with the action, and it feels the most like Fatey in a lot of ways. Like the first movie is like actually like classy. I think the UFO Table does that, where just in adapting these things, they make it like feels kind of elevated because of how they direct it.
Yeah, and we should also mention the soundtrack is
so good.
It's by Yuki Kaitra, I think.
Yeah,
Monica. Like the soundtrack in this is so good.
Oh yeah, it's out of this world pretty. I think the adaptation is a huge part of what makes it kind of good.
Oh yeah, because it's like, well, I don't really understand the story at all, but the music and visuals are real nice.
That's the real thing, is that it's so like the Natsufiens like go completely the opposite direction, where they just are very, very slow and just sort of setting up everything like one thing at a time, and so you completely understand everything that's happening. But this is just throws you right into these episodes out of order. Like you don't understand her eyes at all until they explain them in the 4th movie.
Great.
And yeah, and so it's like they're paranormal investigators, I guess, and they just follow like stop ghosts or serial killers or something or like magic serial killers, and then stop them, and that's the plot. And then the main story in movies 2 and 7 is just sort of the romance between Shiki and the main boy, who's very good. Yeah,
did you watch past 7? Because I know they put some extra stuff on the Blu-rays.
Not yet. I finished 7 like literally right before the podcast.
Oh, there's like an 8th epilogue thing that I haven't seen.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch that. There's also 2 more little movies that
Jesus.
And they adapt like other short stories from the novels, which are written in like 96 to 98 and posted online.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So this is like the raw stuff. Like
it really is. This is pre-Tsukihime.
And for some reason they adapted it into 7 like high budget full length, not full length, but high budget anime movies.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, cool.
I guess it's extra funny when the Tsukihime anime is so notoriously awful.
Oh, yeah.
But then this gets, like, the best treatment you basically could have possibly hoped for.
Like, way better than the novels probably deserve.
Well, I think, like, didn't Studio Dean do Tsukihime and Fate Stay Night?
They definitely did Fate Stay Night.
Yeah, I don't know. I could look, but they definitely did the first Fate Stay Night.
Mm-hmm. Which also nobody likes.
Yeah.
So this is definitely like, oh, okay, they still do kind of the extremely produced action scenes, which started to grate on me later on. I think it basically works here. Probably because
this is definitely where that style kind of started from.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they've kind of gotten more elaborate and even more flashier with Unlimited Blade Works and then the Heaven's Feel movies.
Oh yeah, the Heaven's Feel movies go just... It's silly. It's silly looking.
And Fate Zero. So, like, they've been on this kind of general franchise for a while, yeah.
Yep. UFO table. I heard that they got tax fraud investigations.
Yeah, there's some shenanigans going on there.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Oh boy.
I haven't heard anything about it since I googled, and there hasn't been any updates since. So I hope it's okay. I don't know.
Maybe Gynax and just kind of pay and hope that it goes away.
Yeah. Yeah, that gave me hope, was kind of hearing the Gynax kind of went through the same thing, but yeah, that sucks. But yeah, there's a couple real gross parts. I don't want to paper over that. I did a lot with the last ones.
It says Nazu right on the case.
Yeah, I kind of feel like you know what you're getting into at this point with that man.
It was actually funny because Rhett, on the podcast, was just I'd watched the first 2 movies, and he was like, I don't actually remember anything gross in Garden of Sinners. That might be the totally fine one.
I honestly, my memory of the series is weird because it just seems so kind of ethereal and dreamy, the whole thing.
I mean, that's just watching it, yeah.
Yeah, even movie 7, which had, I have no idea what was happening in that one.
Yeah. I followed 7 a lot because that's the one that has the most common plot points with Tsukihime.
Oh.
It's just a lot of the multiple personality stuff. They just was oh, okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
So I was able to kind of follow that better.
Does movie 5 have any gross stuff in it?
I don't really remember anything.
Okay.
I mean, be wary, obviously.
Yeah. I might rewatch that one.
Yeah, just watch it on its own. It's not like it'll make any less. It's not like it'll make any less sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, you told me that, and then I started up movie 3, and it's just immediate graphic assault scene. And
Yay!
And that one, and then she kills all of them because she has magic powers, and it's a rape revenge story, and then the whole thing is is she justified? We don't know. So that one's pretty gnarly. And then movie 7, the romance basically worked for me, but movie 7's really dragged down because it has just the worst, hackiest villain. He's crazy, and he wears women's clothing. And,
oh boy, that's some good coding there.
He's Cheeky and the main boy.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh,
they don't lean on the clothing stuff. They don't talk about it, but it's just that's one more thing.
You know that's the implication.
Yeah, it's that he's not crazy because he's so obsessed with Cheeky. And then he kisses the boy. What? Oh, so that shit's hacky and awful.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah, it's fun.
Fun for the whole family.
Would you really expect anything else from Nazu in the 90s?
Good old family-friendly Nazu. Just set your kids on down, have a good time with some Fate Stay Night.
Yeah, writes Tsukihime at 27, so let's see what he wrote at 23. I'm sure he was a great dude.
I'm sure he was even better, less developed.
So, that was a good time. I'm sure we were all, kind of on the seat of our pants, on the seat of our chair, just worrying, after Tsukihime was really bad and kind of had bad feelings that I instigated by being shitty. Would I be able to enjoy Nasu stuff again? And the answer is yes. We don't have to worry. So
my fears have been allayed.
Well, don't worry. You still got movie 3 of Heaven's Feel.
I mean, I'm pretty positive that's just going to be fine. I saw it was a good time, and there's still a lot of stuff, Rhett. Don't worry.
There's still so much trash left in that trash can that he can bury his head in, open his mouth wide, and inhale. Just take it all in.
Have you watched Carnival Phantasm?
I watched all the Fate parts. I need to watch it again now that I've actually seen Tsukihime, so I can actually understand it. I mean, sometime. I'm not in inhale
that mode. Yeah.
I'm not in that headspace.
It is weird knowing that there is so much Fate, the whole Fate Extra thing, that you haven't even touched yet.
Yeah, Extra and Hollow Ataraxia, the big ones.
Yeah. And then continue
the
Adventures of Grand Order.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing... If I don't feel like going back into the game, they still have the movies of the good parts being made. They have the... Yeah, right.
And at least Hollow Ataraxia is a cool name for something. At least you got that. At least you got that.
Yeah. So, I feel like this was a nice way of kind of dipping the toe back in and just being like, is things okay? Things okay in my brain? Yeah, I'm okay. And I'm in a better place, I think, for enjoying the stuff. And I don't think we need to dwell on any more than that. So,
Cool.
Hey, Rhett.
Hi.
What have you been up to?
So I'm bringing in a video game.
What?
Okay.
What? Into our anime podcast? What the fuck are you doing?
I mean, I could go either way, but I'll do the video game first.
Get that shit out of here.
So,
get that shit out of the way.
Oh, okay. This was a game we talked about last week.
Oh, yeah?
Or, 2 weeks ago. Because John played Mega Man 11, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to play Mega Man 11.
And you completely loved it.
And it's...
We've had some time to dwell on this.
I'm not even having a hot take. It's just that, okay, so I really liked this game, and I beat it in a couple days.
Do you feel like you were duped into... Did the game make you feel like you were duped into liking it?
No.
Okay. Because I've heard people kind of compare it to just like, I think it's good, but I feel like the game played a trick on me. I'm like, what?
That's not...
That's a weird fucking take!
Yeah. It just felt like there was something unsatisfying about it for me.
Climax isn't big enough.
Yeah, it needs more for Wily stages.
It's basically...
It needed to go bigger. It needed to go bigger at the end.
There needed to be some extra hook, I think.
Yeah.
Because it just felt like they literally did the bare minimum. Like, I know John appreciates that there's no intro stage, and, I can kind of go either way on that, but it's just like, there's the 8 stages, and then 2 Wily stages, and then they split the 8 robot refights and Wily into different, quote, stages. The 8 robot ones ending with a teleporter that just ends the level was like the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because it's like, because the whole point of those is a resource drain.
Yeah,
so when it just ends.
Yeah, when it just ends and you fight Wily separate from that, it's so weird.
And you get a save point.
Yeah.
I was legitimately like confused.
It kind of ruins the whole point of what those refights are supposed to do. And being that I hate refights enough already, it just made that portion of the game so much worse for me.
Yeah. It's also kind of funny, like I noticed right away that the portals are positioned in a way that just shows you the weaknesses.
Yeah,
Like, you go top row, bottom row, and you will just use the previous one's weapon on the next one, and it's like, oh, I know all the weaknesses now. Like, it's not even like they shuffle them around or anything.
No,
it's just like...
It is literally weakness order.
Yeah, it is. But Wily 1 is really good. You guys were right.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's a great level.
It's the only level that I had to replay it like a bunch, because I would get a little further and I'd get a little further, and I'd be trying different things out with all the powers and rush and stuff, and then I'd get to the boss and immediately like fucking lose hard, and then when I finally beat it, I beat the whole thing and the boss on the same life without any E-tanks, and I was like fucking feeling good.
Oh yeah.
And then I went into Wily 2 and got to that boss on the same life.
Oh.
And was just like, oh, well, that was a stage, I guess. I kind of don't remember it.
Yeah.
So then I was on that boss, and I'm like, might as well just use an E-tank. I'm at the end of the game now.
Yeah.
So, like, I was on the robot refights on technically that same life. It's like, well, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the stages are good. They're just not... I don't know. There's something about it that didn't make me immediately... Well... So
I still think that a lot of the stages are just too long, and they drag out too long, and they aren't like original Mega Man stages. If you go back look at 1 through 6, they're maybe like 15 screens long, if that.
They're short.
They're very short. They're quick. They're to the point. They introduce their gimmick right out of the gate, get you into it, throw in something to mix it up towards the end, and then put it all together at the end. Whereas Mega Man 11 stages take like 3 times the amount of time, it feels like.
See, it's weird, because the thing I wasn't saying about this game is, I wish it was shorter. Because it was definitely, I wish this game was longer, like it did something like 3 or, one of the later ones to kind of twist it at the end. And, oh, there's a whole like second round of things.
I just think that the stages being as long and as spread thin as they are,
they might be a little light on density.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Because I think, you know, it's the kind of the reality of modern game development where it's like, well, we can't build the stage and have it be like 5 minutes long. We got to make it 10 minutes long or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's a very pretty game. I'll give it that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, they, especially having played Mighty Number 9. Holy shit. Like, the way this game fucking nails its style. And, like, when you go into the model viewer and can look at those Robot Masters up close,
yes,
like, they look incredibly good.
Yeah.
Like, they've got that same kind of Arc System Works cell shading.
Yeah, I feel like this game is literally grabbed Mighty Number 9, threw it down on the ground, and is just rubbing its ass all over Mighty Number 9's face. That's just the way that entire game's look feels to me.
Oh, definitely visually, but I feel like Mighty Number 9 aspired to be more and just fucking failed.
Yeah, just because it was shit at executing on its ideas.
Yeah, it didn't have the basics down, whereas this was just a very humble, by-the-numbers Mega Man game that doesn't try to be anything more than that.
Which, if we're looking, you know, like, if you look at Mega Man 9 and 10, it's like, okay, I mean, you've been doing this for a while, maybe there could have been a little more meat on this bone, other than the double gear system.
Yeah, because 9 was also that, but I felt almost in a way 9 being kind of messier in its level design, and the fact that 9 was just so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like, made it more memorable, because I felt like I had to learn every stage in that one, whereas in this I had to learn Wily 1.
Yeah.
Basically.
Or at most, a part of a stage.
Yeah. There's, was it Bounce Man in this one? Has those things that just pop out and just put their hands up and
just fucking push you back.
Like, fuck they put you in a pit.
Yeah, like, fuck on out of here, bitch.
I was like, oh, it's the Mega Man. Hi, guys, you're back from Mega Man 9. Because, like, every stage in that game had just shit that would pop out of a pit and knock you into it.
There was no safe pit in that fucking game.
So those guys made me laugh, but besides that, like... So I beat the game and it was like, oh, I'm going to play it on the harder difficulty. And I was having a real bad time, so I stopped doing that. But here's what's weird. So the harder difficulty in this is like it kind of goes too far, which I think in every retro game the hardest difficulties always seem to overdo it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in this one you get no drops at all in stages.
Nothing.
Or you get no health or weapon up drops. And probably 1-ups are gone too. I don't even know if 1-ups are a random drop in this one. I guess they're not. But you do get bolts.
Yeah.
So you're able to abuse the hell out of the shop pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So like I found out at the start of the ice level, like, oh, there's some things that'll drop like a whole bunch real quickly here, and then you just hit spikes and start over. And
yep.
You know, you just kind of do that for a bit. Okay, I've got like 2,000 now, and then you just start buying E-tanks and upgrades, and there's one item that is just take half damage until you die.
Yeah, which basically puts you back on normal mode, basically, because everything does almost 2 times damage in superhero mode.
But it's like, okay, so now that because I'm on the harder difficulty, I feel like I'm allowed to use everything the game is going to make available to me.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So because I'm doing the half damage thing and then just using E-tanks and weapon tanks, it's like, oh, it's become easier now and just kind of boring. So the only fear now is landing on spikes or in a pit, and there's also items to prevent that. So it's like,
don't mind me.
What's going on? Hello? Did Polly just take a phone call?
All right.
I think we'll just hang on for a bit.
All right, that's fine. You can trim it out of the pocket. Okay. Wait, what? Okay.
Are you back?
Polly wants us to keep going, but can we really do this podcast without Polly?
Okay, so I'll just start talking from where I was.
All right, go for it.
So basically, when you're using the item that reduces half health, or you take half damage, the only thing that's threatening is falling in a pit or dealing with spikes. And there's also items to deal with that. Like there's an item that's just spikes won't kill you.
Fall. Yeah, you don't
and
fall.
And then there's beat bringing you out of the pit, the little bird guy.
And then you get upgrades so you can collect more beats. And then
it's so like the only thing that's dangerous is like having one of those fail and actually dying, in which case you just load your last save. Which happened to me where like I fell in a pit and beat rushed in to get me out, and then I didn't know how it worked because it was the first time, so I hit jump and he just dropped me instead of actually jumping, and I fell back in the pit, and it was just like,
I did the same fucking thing the first time I used one of those goddamn things.
He's pulling me out, and I'm like, okay, it said to jump to be let go, so I hit jump, and I'm expecting to jump out of his arms.
Yeah, I thought you would jump out, but no, it just fucking lets you go.
He just dropped me back in the pit.
It's like, thanks, fucko.
So I basically was like, well, now I have to reload my save, and then I was like, I'm really not having fun in this mode. I'm just going to stop it, actually. So I basically just closed the game and uninstalled it.
I saw enough people play superhero mode to know that I was just like, nope, I'm fine.
It doesn't even seem like it's hard, though, as long as you use the items carefully. Because I think maybe that's my problem with this game, is that they are so afraid of people being challenged by it, basically.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a game where it's just like, I think that they were definitely afraid of those negative reviews for being too hard. Mm-hmm. So they do everything to sugarcoat and make things real easy for you.
Because, holy crap, I can't even imagine. Like, there's 4 difficulty levels. We all played on, the third one for our first time, which is already, you'd think would be maybe one higher than you'd would.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If it's like easy, normal, hard, very hard or something. Like, we're all playing on the hard equivalent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And even that has that shop, so you could just totally trivialize it then.
Which is literally how I've seen pretty much everybody I've seen stream this game. Literally, geez. they just kind of face roll through it.
It's sad.
That's unfortunate because like I didn't use any E-tanks until Wily 2 on the boss, and I was like, I used a couple at the end because it's like, well, either I'm gonna die on Wily or I'm just gonna beat the game.
Yeah, like I tried to be like I knew that like even my first time through the game, I didn't want to just smash my face against the game with E-tanks and shit, so I just avoided doing it. And it beat my ass a lot, but it was a lot more but it was a lot more satisfying than the way I watched some people play through the game.
That's crazy.
They play through the game, they're basically quarter feeding it essentially. If you think about it, and then they finish it and are like, well, but it's kind of boring. It's like, well, but you made it that way.
Because it's like E-tanks aren't even like the full extent though to how, because it's really that item that lets you take half damage and then the spike protection and then the pit protection. It's like, okay,
like then it's a little overboard.
Then there's the weapon tanks, and then there's like the mystery tanks that turn everything into 1-ups and give you full health and energy.
Like, it's real ridiculous.
It's for fuck's sake.
All right, to be fair, I think the energy balancer is a purchase that makes the game more fun.
Oh yeah, I was actually
the energy balancer is fine.
Yeah, the energy balance. I think the stuff that gives you more weapon energy is good because figuring out the most fun weapon to use for every part is just like half the fun.
Right.
Oh, definitely. Like in general, like I'm not a huge fan of weapon energy to begin with.
Yeah.
I did like sometimes it makes sense if the weapon is like really strong, like the fucking ice one.
Yeah.
Where you can just hit the whole screen at once.
Yeah, it's real good. It's real good.
But yeah, using the weapons, especially in Wily 1, which is kind of the one where I had to do it a lot, is really fun.
Yeah. Well, that's an obstacle course made to use all those weapons.
Yeah. And I feel like Mega Man is kind of weird because you spend the whole game kind of building up this arsenal, and then in this one, you don't get a whole lot of time to use that complete arsenal.
Yeah. And like, given that most Mega Man games tend to have like 3 to 4 actual Wily stages, this one only having like one really great one and one that you immediately forget once it's over.
Yeah. And this Wily, like Mega Man 2 had 4 beefy Wily stages.
Yeah.
Like, and then that's before you get to the fun boss rush.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tengu Gemini asks in chats, what's everyone's favorite weapon in 11?
Oh god, it has to be either Torchman's Or
That's funny because I barely used that one.
or the impact. The
explosions.
Impact, yeah, no.
I know
The dash.
Yeah.
Oh, the dash. Is
it's so meaty and it feels so good.
It feels great.
Everything it hits just explodes brilliantly, and it feels so good.
And it's a melee attack in Mega Man, which always feels great to me.
Except the top spin, which always feels like garbage.
Yeah.
So
the bounce balls are real good too, especially if you can just like toss them into little confined areas where lots of little enemies are.
Bounce balls were where my brain went first. I love the bouncing off wall stuff.
So I was mentioning this game being a little safe and predictable.
Yeah.
I knew like right away what 2 weapons would be good against the final boss.
Yeah.
Where it's like John said, oh, this one's kind of a melee weapon. And I'm like, okay, that's one of them. And then the other one was, oh, this one kind of sucks to use.
Yeah.
I bet it's going to be used on the final boss. And then it was. And I'm just like, for fuck's sake. But
it's like they always design a weapon in mind that sucks because they know that that's going to be the wily weapon at the end.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, it's so consistent.
Yeah.
I think my favorite was, what's the Bakugo equivalent character? Explosion Man or something?
Yeah.
His weapon I love, because you just go into power mode and it just is so fucking huge, the explosion.
Yeah, like the big-ass fucking explosion that fires out. Yeah, it's real fucking good.
Once you get those, like, every mini-boss in the regular stages is kind of broken.
Done.
I've killed shit in, like, 2 shots. It's like, okay, bye.
I fucking love the car boss.
Oh my god, that's the best mini-boss. Yeah.
The one where you just, like, you turn on power gear, jump in the middle, and use the Tundra Man's power. Just poof! 1 hit. It's over.
Oh, wait. Really?
One hit. It's done.
I fought that one legit every time where I'm jumping over the cars and shooting the guys back into it.
Oh my god, no, man. Just use Tundra Man's weapon, jump in the middle, catch them when they're passing on top and below.
Oh, wow.
You can kill them with 1 fucking hit.
That's funny, because that's not, like, the weakness you're supposed to use.
No, it's not.
That's one is... There's, like, the Phoenix and Torchman stage that the Tundra will put out.
That's really cool, too.
Well, that one's really cute. I usually don't love Mega Man mini bosses, so this is nice.
I will say, like, the mini bosses for me were kind of one of the standouts in this, which is
rare.
I yelled "you fucker" at the one in Impact Man stage.
Oh god, fuck
what was
that one?
It's like a big kind of heavy machinery that just kind of slams into the wall. Yeah.
It's like a backhoe, and like the way that the fucking scoop on it works in the front, you've kind of you've got to be eyeballing which way it's going to go and like how it's going to like dig into the dirt, or if it's going to come at you or it's going to land in front of you.
Yeah, that's shit. And then like I think rocks fall from the ceiling and then it dashes at you.
It's a real annoying boss, and it's really hard to get hits on it because the arm's always in the way.
And then you beat it with 2 explosion bombs.
Yeah, then you beat it with 2 explosion bombs.
And Power gear is so fun.
Yeah, the gears are really fun. I used speed gear like a ton.
Yeah. The game feels built for that, especially.
Yeah.
So that's what's so weird about this game is I feel like they give you those crazy tools to succeed, especially once you have all the weapons, but even with just the gears.
Mm-hmm.
That why is the shop so crazy? And why am I feeling this way on difficulty 3 of 4?
Yeah.
Like I almost think
they should have done something like what RE4 does to like first aid sprays. It's like every time you buy an E-Tank, they go up progressively in price, so it gets more and more cost prohibitive to actually get them. Like I really wish that they would have implemented a system like that.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were gonna say like dynamic difficulty, which that game also has.
Yeah, that game does have that.
But like, one of the difficulty modes, I think, is just like an additional you take half damage from stuff. Like,
that's casual mode, I believe.
Which is weird because like damage in general in the stages has never been what kills you in these games. It's always pits and spikes.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I thought was kind of interesting about superhero mode is making damage actually matter.
Yeah.
Until you can just start spamming E-tanks, and then it doesn't matter again. So I don't know. It just overall, because of all those little things, like the shop does not feel balanced, which makes the game feel kind of unbalanced as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If I play again, it'll probably be buy the energy balancer, and then that's good enough.
Oh, the speed one. You got to get the speed one.
What's the speed one?
The speed one feels real good.
That one's. I knew there was one other mandatory one that was like really essential.
Yeah.
Like the speed is fun. Speed is fun when you're going slow-mo as well, because it's like, oh, look how precision I am. But then the one that lets you go normal speed, so you're just like beautiful Joeing it.
Yeah.
Like, there's a few parts though where I actually would turn it off because I'm just trying to make a close dodge.
Yeah.
But if I'm going normal speed, so I'll jump and then land before the attack is actually passed. So it's like, well, that doesn't help.
Yeah.
Kind of funny. So this is significantly more than I've thought about the game actually since finishing it though. Where it just kind of was in one ear and out the other. But now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, yeah, I had a good time with it. I just maybe not a classic for me. Like,
I don't really consider it a classic. I think it's good for what it is. I think it could have been better. I wish it would have been better. And the climax just not being that good really drags it down for me a bit. And the stage designs being way too long in a few cases. Like Torchman did not need 3.
Torchman is so crazy.
That level is so fucking long. It's like you hit one checkpoint and then you have to do 2 more areas that have the instant death wall. It's like, Jesus Christ! And there are no checkpoints between that at all.
Probably trying for that 1cc. Getting mad.
Yeah, that's basically what I've been trying to get in that stage. That stage is one of them, and it's not just the wall in that fucking level that'll get you either. Like, it's a really hard stage.
I would not do that stage if you're specifically going for a 1cc. Not do that one until you have the speed upgrade, because that makes it way easier.
Oh, it absolutely does. No
when
doubt.
You're just running ahead of it by like a lot.
Yeah.
Because you really can't mess up otherwise.
No, and it doesn't rubber band like a lot of.
There's a hot tip in chat.
Oh, is there?
You can use Tundraman's weapon to stop.
Oh, I know that.
Firewall.
I knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can actually use
that's
it to
pretty
stop
important.
The wall.
Yep.
But there's still a lot of tricky jumps and shit in that stage with all the lights out stuff that they do and enemies over pits that can just knock you right back.
Yeah.
So it's not just the flame wall in Torchman's stage that makes it one of the hardest.
I did Tundra first, and I was like, oh, this game's easy because I beat it my first try, and then I did Torch second, and it was like,
oh God!
This is a Mega Man game, never mind. But then I kind of realized, that's like the hard. Actually, I think Impact I did last because of that fucking mini-boss.
Yeah, that mini-boss is an annoying piece of garbage.
So I did Torch and Impact. It was like, oh, actually, this game is hard, huh?
Yeah, it's got a good bit of difficulty behind it, but still abusable.
I like that none of us have brought up Mega Man 10 at all.
Because I never played it. Mega Man 10 is just not that good.
It's just, I can't remember anything about it.
It is just, like, they took Mega Man 9 and, like, they sucked all the fun ideas out of it.
Oh, boy.
Yikes.
Like, that's literally all Mega Man 10 is they took all, like, I would put Mega Man 5 and 10 in the same category as the worst. Oof. Like, they're so boring. There's nothing about them that really sets them apart. They made all the weapons in 10 just straight up, oh, it's a new way to do damage. Like, there's nothing utility about it. There's nothing fun about using it. It's just like, oh, it's a thing that I shoot straight and it does damage. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Well, wait, there is one thing. It's really fun in the Wily Fortress when you finish the last Wily Fortress stage and then the little meter goes and it goes up into space.
Yes.
And there's another Wily Fortress in space.
Yes. That's actually pretty cool.
Okay.
I appreciate that so much. Like,
so as long as we can appreciate
just having any sort of moment like that.
And it literally like plays the sound of the thing going as it draws the path from the fortress on the ground into the fortress in space.
It's really fucking smart.
It's really funny. And
I haven't played 10, and maybe I will actually just to see it now.
Yeah.
But my read on that one was always that Mega Man 9 was specifically like a throwback to 2 in like the classic era.
Yeah.
And then 10 was like a throwback to 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6, yeah.
like we're just cranking these the fuck out now. Here's some real stupid robot masters like Sheep Man. And
Strike Man! He's a baseball!
Oh my god. See, I didn't even know about that one. Like, it almost seems deliberate in that it's like doing that second echo of and then here's why everyone got sick of Mega Man.
Yeah, like if it wasn't so earnest in what it was trying to do, I would say that. But I'm pretty damn sure that they were not that aware.
It's not actually an on its own joke.
No, definitely not.
I think I've thought more about Solar Man's stage theme than I have all of Mega Man 10.
Yeah, Solar Man's stage theme is real fucking good.
Like, I think that stage theme, that music, has occupied my brain more frequently
than the actual...
for a longer amount of time than the entirety of Mega Man 10.
I would absolutely agree. I would absolutely agree with that.
It's a really good song.
I played through that game once and never played it again. I don't even think I have Mega Man 10 installed on my PS3 anymore. I still have 9. I still have 9 installed. I know that, but I don't have 10 installed anymore. God. And it's like, why would I delete anything from my PS3? It's got tons of storage.
And you're not anything new.
Yeah, and I'm not getting anything new. Why would I not have 10 on there? I don't know. Because it's boring.
I just had the weirdest dirt moment where I realized, 9 and 10 are in Legacy Collection 2, even though they look like the NES games.
Yeah.
They're not with the others.
One more thought. You mentioned the stages being really long. Mm-hmm. That's been an issue for a long time, right? Because, with Mega Man 8, Mega Man X4, Mega Man X5, Mega Man 6, they split them in two. They have they can have a loading time between the... they can make them even longer.
I still think Mega Man 8 stages are decently sized. I know that they're a little bit bigger than the norm, but I don't think that many of them overstay their welcome. I think a couple of them absolutely do, but I think most of them are pretty okay.
I just wanted to prompt out #1 Mega Man 8 stan online.
Yeah. I like Mega Man 8. I think it's a really good game.
I want to revisit it eventually. I don't want to revisit Mega Man 7. I think that game sucks shit.
Oh, that game's garbage. No, stay the fuck.
Mega Man 7.
Stay far away from 7. It's poopy.
It doesn't feel good.
Isn't 7 like a super rare, or not super rare, but relatively expensive cartridge now?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I have them all. I have it, and I was looking it up, and it's like, wait, this is $100 now? What the fuck?
Oh man, there's Jetstorm in my chat having bad opinions again, saying 7 is good.
Yeah. Oh man, it feels so bad. The charge shot also does 2 damage instead of 3, so there's almost no reason to use it, so it feels like shit.
Tengu, a root canal would be better than Mega Man and Bass. Mega Man and Bass is crap.
It's better than 7.
I wouldn't even say that.
Oh, I feel like I have more positive memories of Mega Man and Bass than Mega Man 7.
I would not say. I would sooner play Mega Man 7 than Mega Man and Bass.
Mega Man and Bass doesn't have that last Wily form.
That's a damn good point. That last Wily form in 7 is pretty garbage.
God.
We've fallen down the rabbit hole here.
Now let's rank every Mega Man game.
No. Tengu Gemini says 7 is $200 now. On SNES, probably. Unfortunately, my cart has a little engraving on it that says "Property of the Video Center."
Oh no!
So, and I don't even think I have the box. Maybe
mine does not have an engraving on it because I bought it for like $15 at Walmart or something when they were getting rid of their SNES games. So
nice. Okay, one last thing about 11. The music too quiet.
It's a little quiet. Yeah,
I kind of don't remember any of the music.
Yeah, the music is not a strong point of Mega Man 11.
Yeah, which is bad for a Mega Man game.
That's bad for a Mega Man game because those games typically have real memorable soundtracks, but I could not hum you 4 bars from any theme in that game.
That's unfortunate. Someone made a mod to do 8-bit versions of all the tracks.
But that doesn't really work either because I don't like that graphic style, and then putting... Mighty No. 9 did that crap. Mm. And everybody plays that game with the garbage 8-bit songs too. And it's you guys are taking shit and making it shittier.
So when I briefly played Superhero Mode, I was using that mod, and I was like, it's different, I already played the game normally the first time, so I'll choose something different. Right. And at least I could hear the songs this time.
Understandable. I get that, but it's just when the source material is already really not that great.
Yeah.
There's one stage I remember really liking the tune, and then I liked the Wily theme, basically. It was just good because they play it for every single stage. I'm trying to remember what it was.
I mean, there's basically only 2 stages, so...
Yeah.
So I guess it doesn't matter that much, but still.
Okay, absolute last thing. There's the upgrade in this that makes you charge automatically.
Yeah.
I really wish the charge sound was not so fucking loud.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I turned that off. I was like, nope, I don't like this.
No, thank you.
But, like, I want to be charging. This is a personal thing. That's why the charge shot in Hunters is quiet.
Yeah.
Because then once I had that upgrade, this whole game just became... like, I cannot hear the music at all anymore.
You turn. It's in the options menu. Like, I was 5 minutes into the game and I was already in the options menu, bumping up the music so I could hear it. Like, yeah, I did that for ease too.
I should have done that, but like also, the charge shot sound. I wanted to be able to turn that one off by itself.
Right.
So, Polly, do you literally have anything?
I literally have nothing.
You didn't play any games or not finished anything?
Nothing.
Okay.
Polly laid in bed just like,
dog, I had other things going on that didn't really allow me to engage a lot with entertainment or any entertainment that I feel would be worth talking about. So.
Okay.
Gotcha. Polly marathon.
Like, what am I going to do? Talk about the new Slipknot album and how much I like it, but then nobody else gives a shit? Come on, man.
I'm interested in that. I listened to the first album, the one you said was nice. I haven't spent much time with it.
Yes,
yet,
Slipknot, very nice. Very nice. Nice band. Those nice young boys.
Polly, if you send it to me, I will give it a fair listen.
All right, I'll send it to you.
I'll give it a listen too. Yeah, we can talk about that on the next one.
On the 100. Wait, what? Wait. Is Taylor talking about the Slipknot album and saying, yes, I like it? What?
I remember Taylor. Yeah, she tweeted about it.
I did. I must have missed that. Because, like, of all the people to listen to and like a Slipknot album, Taylor is not the one that I was expecting. But I can say something that we are in the process of working on. This is something that we talked about a long time ago about getting around to doing it. And now we're actually doing it. Is that me and Taylor have a new podcast series coming out. We have the first episode already down and ready to be recorded. We know when it's being recorded, so it's actually a thing now. It's called God is in the Podcast, and it is a podcast. It's a podcast where me and Taylor, along with the help of a guest every episode, review a Marilyn Manson album from his mainstream discography. And the idea is that me and Taylor are the super fans who have been through, the ups and the downs. Oh, lordy, the downs of Brian Hugh Warner's career. And we're bringing along somebody who has not had experience with that album or the artist. For an outsider's opinion. I was like, okay, well, what did you think of this? So we've got our first episode lined up. We're going to be recording that on the 22nd. It'll be coming out sometime after episode 100 goes up. So, yeah.
Nice.
It's going to be, there are some lofty highs and abysmal lows. It's at one point we will reach the high end of low. Ironically.
I'm excited for that. I'd love to do an episode. Like, I've only listened to Antichrist and Mechanical Animals.
Well, I will keep you in mind.
Cool.
Because I've only got two.
Polly, what's the
what?
What's the one I really hate? Blood something.
Eat Me, Drink Me.
Yeah, have John do that one.
I need to pick who's on these episodes very carefully. Like, I know that, like, Eat Me, Drink Me is a very special case, and I really want someone on there that's gonna make that one shine. Because, boy, that's a special fucking album.
I'm just like, give John the worst one. It's funny that way.
I love how we're dancing around it, and Rhett's just like, oh, it's the fucking worst. Look, there's a reason.
I haven't heard all of them, so
there's a reason the album after that is called The High End of Low. But yeah.
I am not the expert here qualified to say it's the worst. It's just the worst that I've heard by a good margin.
It's like a golden age of grotesque. It exists as well, so... But God is in the Podcast. That's going to be coming out shortly after we put up the episode 100 archive. So, and we're going to be cruising through that, and that'll end, when we reach the end of his discography.
He's going to put out a new album just for you guys.
I think he is in the middle of another album. And he'll probably have it released by the time we finish going through, I think, what is it?
Oh, 8? My God. What if you all go in blind for that podcast?
That would be great. Oh. Like, if that could happen, I would be absolutely 100% on board.
If he releases a new one in the next couple months, you got to not listen to it, you and Taylor.
Well, I don't think it's going to be out in a couple months. I don't think his new album's due out until next year. Because I think, the last I heard, he said he was like 6 songs into it. So,
okay,
it's probably a while away, and we're going to probably be getting these out a bit quicker than we would normal album listening club episode as I think, because I think that me and Taylor both have a little more time, and it's easier to kind of schedule around just 2 people, and then our guests seem to be easy to work with so far that I've talked to. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. So
I'm excited. I'm going to listen.
Well, good. I would hope that you would. If you put out a podcast, I would listen too. So,
I'm gonna try to listen to every album before each episode.
All right. Well, Rhett, start yourself out with "Portrait of an American Family." Rhett, that's where we're starting.
Okay, I don't have that one.
I'll make sure you do.
Oh,
I'll send you the Slipknot album, and then I'll send you "Portrait of an American Family," and you're gonna have a fun time listening to music that you're not gonna like at all.
Speaking of that,
Taylor liked the new Slipknot album. How did that happen? Sorry, I'm just so amazed by that.
That surprising.
Blows my fucking mind. Okay, you were saying, Rhett.
While we're on the subject of music, the new Tool album coming out.
Yeah, new Tool album coming out. End of the month.
There's already been 10,000 days since.
It's been... The new album is called Fear Inoculum. It's so far up its own ass, it's ridiculous, I'm sure. I've read that
it's Tool.
It's 7. I've read that it's 7 tracks, all in excess of 10 minutes apiece.
That's perfect.
I've heard that this new track is completely incomprehensible, and people are kind of just bouncing off of it because it's real weird. I'm excited. I'm not listening to anything until the album comes out, just because it's like. It's 7 tracks, man. I'm not going to burn through, over like 15% of the album or so before hearing it.
I hope I get into Tool someday.
Someday you'll get to get to be the insufferable Tool kid.
Excellent.
Oh my God, I can't imagine. John doing a deep dive on them would be so weird at this point.
Yeah, it would be, but it'd be like I'm here for that discussion.
I like Tool, though. I still listen to their stuff on,
I still do, too.
I like 10,000 Days, goddammit.
10,000 Days is a little rough. It's a little rough.
Have y'all heard of this kind of underground cool act? They're called The Cure. I've listened to them a bunch lately.
Yeah, I might have heard of them, John.
I really like Disintegration. That's a good album.
Disintegration is a great album.
I haven't actually heard that one.
I listened to it in the car like 5 years ago and was like, eh. And then I finally just threw it on again and I was like, oh, okay. Never mind. This is real good. So, music's
Taylor,
good.
Taylor, you can't be surprised when Rhett hasn't heard a piece of music. He's
God.
He's very, very sheltered when it comes to music and very resistant to change.
What's that really good Tool song? The last one. It's one of the album enders.
Third Eye?
Yeah.
That's my
the
favorite.
best Tool. That's the best Tool song, but I think 10,000 Days might be my favorite album.
Wow.
Like as a whole, I think it's the most consistent.
Wow. That's so wow. Oh, over Anima. Over Lateralis.
Lateralis is probably the most inconsistent for me.
Anima's the one I tried listening to. It's like, oh, okay.
Anima's definitely a solid number 2, maybe number 1, I don't know.
Solid number 2. He means a shit.
That's not what
I did not have one of those before the podcast.
No, it wasn't solid at all. We heard it.
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
John over here's got the soft serve going.
And then he took a shower because
I listened to another album that I've actually been kind of having it on loop for a couple weeks. I really liked Villains.
Oh yeah, that's a good album.
I've really been enjoying that one. It got that really cool bouncy song early on.
It missed my album of the year list. Unfortunately,
I never remember you had problems with the mixing.
Yeah, I was not a fan of the mix on that album.
Yeah, I kept trying to listen in on that, and I'm just like, I don't have the ear for this yet. But the songs themselves really stuck with me.
Understandable. Yeah.
Violator by Depeche Mode, says Taylor. I should listen to. All right, cool.
John's just starting in the '80s for his music journey.
He's now he's made it through the '70s, now into the '80s. Yeah. He's getting there.
Eventually, he's going to hear about this band called Nirvana, and oh my god, everything's different.
Everything's going to get thrown out the window at that point.
I have listened to them. Yeah, my mom was into. My whole extended family is all boomers, and they're all really into the '70s music. And that's what we grew up with. Was like, so I knew all about Led Zeppelin, and then some '80s, and learned all about Queen. And then I found the '90s in high school. I was like, oh, okay, here's my people.
Hey, Polly, we also found the '90s in high school because we were in high school in the '90s.
We were right there. We were at ground zero.
I remember somebody pulling out an OK Computer CD at a party, and then I was like, holy shit.
I'm the only person that knows what this is.
They are cool. And then you know what they did? They played track 2, Paranoid Android, and played track 6, and then took it out. And I was like, aw.
Yeah. Paranoid Android and Karma Police. I mean, you could have got a room moving with electioneering as well. Let's be honest.
But they were just there to play the singles and move on.
Yeah. Well, that's a party, Rhett. It's not like an album list. You don't gather a bunch of people around the old vibraphone and.
It was just so funny seeing that and then realizing, they're just gonna play the ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that's fine. I think I heard Let Down get played at a school dance once.
That's amazing.
Which it's a real bummer of a song, but if y'all want to dance to it, go for it, I suppose. It's like, let's go. Let's play No Surprises while we're at it too. It's another super happy joint. Let's go.
Or Polly.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This one goes out to a special friend of mine.
I have another thing I wanted to talk about.
What do you want to talk about?
Rhett's Mario Maker levels are really good.
Thank you.
Polly, you haven't gotten to play them yet, so I guess there's not too much, but Rhett just made another one, and I played it today, and it was just like, oh, this is really, really fucking good in a different, fresh way from his other levels. It's just like my action game diet for the last month and a half has been new Rhett levels in Mario Maker, and all of them have been very pleasing.
I'm just not interested in making platforming levels, it turns out.
That's fine. Hey, somebody's got to be the fucking genius. Somebody's got to be the one putting together the levels that the smart people want to play. You are literally the tool of the Super Mario Maker 2 universe.
No, because Tool gets recognized for their accomplishments.
Oh God! The new one is so good. It's just literally an arena fighter where every level, every room, there's some way of time limit where you have to wait before you can get out of the room. Mm-hmm. So, then you just have these waves of enemies. Yeah, or a boss you have to kill. So it's always you're actively having to deal with this kind of enemy. My favorites were the fish getting into the lava because they seemed so trivial. Right. And then they fall in the lava and then they start jumping and they're on fire now.
That is a cool interaction. Yep. It's so fucking bonkers. I could not believe that was an interaction the first time I saw it. Yep.
There's an even more messed up one in Nighttime Forest where the water is poison. You will get poison cheeps. And then, you can't do anything about them.
Oh, that's fucked!
It's really fucked.
That's real
poison.
So you thought that's funny though, because that the first room where they drop and they have the little parachutes.
Right.
I was being so gentle because I'm like, this room is so fucked once these things hit the fire. So I'm gonna give you plenty of time to shoot them out of the air with the little parachutes. And John is just like, oh, that's so cute. Oh God! Oh God!
Yeah, on later ones, I was able to kill them before they got in the fire. But that first time, the first time I almost ran out of time. Actually, I had like 50 seconds on the clock on Bowser Jr., so I wouldn't have won. If I hadn't like suddenly died, I still would have died from the timer. I was like, oh, this is a 500 timer.
I put the timer at max. It won't let you do more.
It's still beefy enough. It's a good level. The second time I had like 180 left, so
it's not actually that tight of a time limit, but I knew. I almost cut the second. So there's 2 rooms that use the fire fish, and I almost cut the second one because I was like, oh, I don't want to reuse the same thing, but I think they're different enough.
Oh, the one with the bombs?
Yeah.
Oh, that one's so good. I posted my video where I had a great interaction in that one.
Yeah, I saw that.
How did you see that? You're not using social media.
I
you motherfucking liar.
I had to yell about Monica Movie. But that room actually got redesigned a couple times. I mean, I guess everything in Mario Maker is just constant iteration.
Yeah.
Because originally it was like the bombs were on the right, and there were just like 3 stone blocks, and that's it. And then I was just like, what if the whole room is blocks, basically? And then it was like, oh, if you get hit, Yoshi runs, and then he'll fall in the thing, and it can get real fucked. Because originally there was more space on the left and right for him to kind of get trapped at the very bottom. So I kind of sloped it so they kind of all convene towards the middle. But then you managed to find a real... Because, like, if a bomb...
I don't understand why Yoshi stopped.
I did notice that there's a weird interaction where if he gets hit with the bomb when running, I think he'll just stop. And I don't...
So weird.
Or if it's like the stump... Maybe it's the ground he's on gets blown up. There is something that will make him stop, but it's a little weird.
That's so funny. No, it was perfect. It worked out just fine.
Yeah, because I'm like... I think I figured it out that you could jump up back to the top from the pipe so you couldn't actually get totally stuck.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, making stuff like that is always like, somebody will probably get fucking stuck in here.
Yeah. That's fine. I actually only died like 2 or 3 times for that whole level. Like it was very... It felt very taxing and difficult, but it was very smooth getting through it. So I think that's like very good, just kind of very classic good game design there, where I'm like, it taught me everything I needed to know. I really like starting it with clear condition, defeat Bowser. And then you know at the end what you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The funny thing about clear conditions is when you do that, you can't have a checkpoint.
I noticed.
So, but like, I could obviously just take out the clear condition and just, make you kill Bowser and have him drop a key. But I thought, but I didn't. But it was a very philosophical thing where it's like, I don't want to put a single power-up in the level besides the very start.
Yep.
Because that
was perfect.
There's one of the Boo Booms can drop the Chain Chomps onto Yoshi and actually kill him.
Oh.
So I'm like, well, that probably won't happen to too many people.
The odds are low enough.
Yeah. But then I'm trying to test the whole level. Like, what if you lose Yoshi here, can you complete the level? And the answer I came up with was technically yes.
Technically yes.
Because so in the run up to Bowser Jr., there's a couple of Goombas there. Mm-hmm. So if you take one of them into the next room because you lost Yoshi, you could throw it at him and then have him slam into the wall and drop the cannons on his back. And you could technically win.
Wait, how do you beat regular Bowser?
He drops the bombs. That's like the easiest one.
Oh, well, I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's when I thought of it. Was like, oh, Bowser just throws bombs for you to throw back at him. Like, they already designed that one to be defeatable with just Mario. But then I'm having to look at the other ones. It's like, oh, there's Chain Chomps riding on spikes. I don't think you can beat this without Yoshi. But then the Magic Koopa one, like if you lose Yoshi and take a turtle shell into that next room and just bounce it across the bottom, it's actually really easy because they will just get massacred. But like actually pulling off all that seems like legitimately impossible functionally because of the conveyor belts and shit. Because then one of the fish ones, like the fish will ignite and then set the bombs on fire, so you don't need Yoshi technically. But then since you're letting them all hit the water, you're gonna be in trouble. But I figured it was all technically possible.
If it's possible enough, that's fine.
Now, can you do all that within the time limit?
Oh,
I want my next challenge. The challenge run is get on Yoshi without any power ups and then get through the level.
Cool.
Like I think trying to do it without Yoshi sounds very difficult.
No, I think without Yoshi is impossible because of the first couple fights.
Okay, yeah. So, but I think Yoshi, if you have the fire flower, which you get at the start of the level, Yoshi spits out 3 fireballs. If you don't have it, he only spits out 1.
Yeah,
it's very good.
That's the weird thing about this level is because so I give you all the power ups at the start, and then the level becomes like exponentially more difficult as you lose them.
Yep, it felt very, very Gradius, very classic.
Yeah,
this one felt very arcadey. I love that.
Because when I was testing it, I wasn't using the helmet, and then I started playing the level for real, and I was like, oh, helmet makes the first few real easy because it's all Hammer Brothers, and then it just bounces off. And I was like, but that's cool. It's supposed to start you off feeling kind of empowered and then kind of wear you down over time.
And you get more desperate. I linked the level code in the chat.
Cool.
Just so y'all know.
It is RVT HNR4QG, if you want to give that level a go.
Yeah. And then play the rest of Brett's levels, because they're all real good.
There you go.
God. Yeah, you have one very dedicated fan, I can promise that.
It's funny because two things about this level. I actually started this one before the AB game one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had the idea. So then I had the idea for that and was immediately like, throw this one in the trash for now, do that. And then I had the clown car one, which was... So the clown car level took like a day, and this one took like a month.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe not quite as much, but...
It feels very refined to me.
Yeah, this one was just poking it away at it over lunch breaks for the last couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But then since I have vacation, I was like, I guess it's done now because I don't want to work on it for vacation, and I'm not going to, Yeah. I was just like, I think it's done now.
Yep, and it felt done to me. I had a really good time with it.
Cool.
Thank you for your good Mario levels.
I was going to say, though, I think this is the last one for a bit.
Yeah, that's okay.
Let's all take a moment to thank Rhett for his amazing Mario Maker levels. All right, everybody, come on. Everybody in chat. Bring it in. Let's go.
I see who plays them, so you can't fake it.
I finished this one in like a half hour after you posted it. Month of work. God, I love it.
I mean, that's what's kind of crazy about this game is how long a level can take to make versus the 5 people that play it.
5 people that play
I mean,
yeah, imagine making video games and like one person playing them. Huh, weird.
That's the thing, though.
I'm not used to that.
Be weird if that ever happened, huh?
Because you were on Newgrounds back in the day.
I would post stuff on Newgrounds and be like, oh, this only got like 8,000 views.
Oh my god.
That's so much worse than my other games.
Expanse got 30 downloads. I was pleased with that.
Nice.
That was high for my itch.
In a year of Poly Dungeon being out, that's where that one's sitting at.
Oh, lady. That's where most of mine are sitting at still.
Media is so fucking weird now. It is so hard to get people's attention because there's so much out there.
Well, and hobby video games that are made by hobbyists aren't real video games, so people don't want to play them. So
that's true. It's both the fact that there's so many of them and the audience is so small.
Yeah.
Because most people don't want to be in that audience, and they're lame, and I don't care about them. It's fine.
There you go.
There was something about Flash, though, where it's like you could get people to play free Flash games pretty easily.
Yeah, for some reason, that really just...
I guess it's because it was in the browser. I think because the barrier of entry was so low, like you just have to click this thing and it'll start going for you.
But now Chrome is like breaking all HTML5 games and breaking Flash, and okay.
Yeah, like deliberately killing Flash forever.
Yep. Like Windows downloads are like the one thing that's good, and even then on Windows 10 it'll pass you like 3 warnings that you have to get around.
Even with Expanse I had to like...
it's real fucking dumb.
Yep.
That sucks.
That's just what you got. That's how it is now. I love making games is so easy and fun, and distributing it's a blast.
Yep.
It
is in no way disappointing or demoralizing.
Mm-hmm. I get all the validation I need internally. I don't need.
That's a bunch of bull fucking shit.
I don't need other people to tell me my stuff is good.
Not John. No, sorry.
Retweets. Oh, I haven't. This one friend hasn't played it. I'll DM them. DM him. I
haven't retweeted my entire catalog this week.
Just in case you haven't seen it. You maybe missed this.
You might have missed this. You didn't mention it to me directly.
That's what got the third.
You haven't told me how great it is. I
know.
Maybe I missed that message. I might have missed you praising me.
Mm-hmm.
But let's do a check on that. Maybe we can see if you can make with the praising. Let's go.
I put out the energy that I desire. I give that to the. Like, no, I mean, I put, like, when friends post stuff, I'm pretty good about keeping up with that. Like,
I try to do that, too. Yeah.
I mean, John is very good about DMing, or not DMing, but Twitter @messaging people out whose itch games they've played.
Yeah.
That's honestly like half the high to me. It's like, oh, I played this 5-minute thing. I liked it. Now I'm going to leave a comment here, rate it, send them a message on Twitter, and I just like, oh, I just made someone happy.
Yeah, like I'm doing my job. I'm making people happy, making their day.
Yeah, because again, they're probably also in the same situation, getting like 20 downloads.
Yeah, it's a selfish urge. Like it makes me feel good because about half the time they'll message me back. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you played it. It feels great.
Thank God somebody played it.
Yep.
And then you're just like, hey, you want to play my games?
Nope.
Yeah. You all want to do that?
Y'all want to
do that?
I played yours. You want to play mine? No. Okay. See you later then.
It's fine. I keep track.
I actually had that happen twice this week.
Oh.
Wait.
Yeah, I had somebody basically just turn me down to my face, even though I played their dumb games. So I was just like, oh, fine. I won't talk about you on my dumb podcast either. I'll be a spiteful cunt.
Oof.
Well, look, I'm fine. You could just say, look, there's a tact that you have to have with this kind of thing, right? You're asking for somebody's time, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but
I feel like no one has any time anymore.
But I feel like you don't need to be a cunt and just say straight up, "Nah, I'm not gonna play that." You could at least indulge. You could at least just say, "I'll look at it later" or something. You ain't gotta be, "Nah, fuck you. I'm not playing it."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that.
Oh.
Come on, like
that's pretty rough.
There you go. See. That's what you call a good friend right there. Played Afterward and Poly Dungeon, and liked them both.
I can say most of that sentence.
Ouch!
I'm teasing.
I think you like me and John fairly easy to bruise egos, perhaps.
What? No. I have an unbruisable ego because my self-esteem is so internally generated, and
you got a little engine in there, it just pumps a little bit out.
Never ever look in the mirror, just like, why do you suck? I don't understand.
Look, I'm in therapy because I have high self-esteem.
Wow,
I feel bad now.
Yeah, Mr. 8,000 views.
Yeah, 8,000 fucking views over here. Game's been out a fucking year. I got 31 downloads. Nice.
Polly.
Not a single comment.
Oh.
Wait, on Poly Dungeon?
Yeah. That shit, honestly, I don't give a shit, but it's real fun to just kind of play it up like that. So
yeah, so I'm just playing it up too.
Of course you are, John.
You could put Poly Dungeon on Newgrounds. I'm sure there's like 10 people still there.
Hey, more people are moving to Newgrounds now because everybody else hates art.
No, they love porn.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
That's what I said. I said art.
You put Poly Dungeon on Newgrounds, and they're just like, "Where's the titties?
Where are the titties at?" No, I'll commission somebody to do a big titty cover art for it. No, I really want to do that now.
Oh no.
I've actually seriously considered commissioning fan art of my own games. I'm just like, well, other people aren't going to make it. I can't make it. So I guess we'll get money.
Yeah.
Money can make this happen.
Money solves all the problems.
Tom, I am definitely going to play your delicious RPG when it's ready.
Cannot wait.
I'm very excited. Poncho just said, I haven't finished a John game since the Frog Lord one in 2014.
That's a little ways back. That's a little ways. I figured he would have at least finished Kikai because it doesn't have any bullshit in it at all.
Yeah. I actually felt good about getting Expanse out because that means there's 16 games. So there's half after Hummingbirds. It's kind of half. It feels like that felt like a line of like old school, new school John.
Yeah, there's like vintage John now.
Yeah. So do you like the new stuff? I have 4,865 views total for all of my game pages.
Wow, and Rhett's over here got 8,000 views on one game.
And that transfers to a play most of the time.
Do you actually want me to go to Newgrounds and look at my view counts?
It'd be pretty fun. I think you're obligated to at this point.
What the fuck is this search engine? Okay, Bullet Phase.
Right.
Which I'm pretty sure is my least popular one because it's kind of post. Yeah, it's definitely post. Flash boom.
Right.
This says views 23,728.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And he said,
do we even want to know what Press Space to Win is at this point?
Oh my god. Yeah, let's hear it.
This is just the Newgrounds one. There's another one that has a bunch too, but on Newgrounds it has 1,466,000 views.
That's incredible.
I will bring that game up and with game dev friends, and unfailing they will have played it. By the way,
I'm not surprised.
The last review for Press Space to Win, July 31st, 2019.
Wow! How is there still anything left to say about it? How does somebody review a game from that far ago with that many reviews and still think, I've got something to say about this? I say as I'm the one that started a site based on reviewing games from 1985.
There were 5 reviews. Oh, wait. Never mind. Yeah, there were 5 reviews just in July 2019.
Wow.
God, that's fucking wild.
How many of them are just screaming lines from the game?
None of them.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised.
One of them gave it a 0, though. This is yeah. Spacebar makes screen go down. What a joke. Like, obviously they forgot to click the flash so it had focus. So spacebar make the screen go down.
Oh, that's like those Steam reviews where people are trying to run games on potatoes and give the game a bad review.
Oh my god. Spacebar makes screen go down.
Spacebar makes screen go down. That should be your next big game right there. Spacebar makes screen go down.
Polly, did you see the download numbers for my early games on SNPS?
I did, but I don't remember them.
Okay, because I feel like I remembered you telling me Fugitive got like
Fugitive got like 1,000 hits.
Nice.
Like downloads or just the site
downloads?
Views? God, I thought you were kidding.
No,
not kidding. I thought you were. I thought I'd misremembered.
No,
because that's so much more.
Yeah, that game hit 1,000 on my site. I know that much.
Jesus Christ.
And it was all downhill from there.
I made Quarantine in 3 weeks, and then it showed up on indiegames.com on the front page. That's what things were like in 2013, after this flash boom.
Yeah.
And then Fugitive got there too, and then since then...
and now you're not expensive looking enough.
Yeah, what happened? Because I've seen indie devs talk about how, you either made it in 2011, or now you're struggling. It's so weird. There has been this kind of collapse, it seems.
Right.
Where, what's Limbo developers?
Yeah.
And, Like, they can release a new game and everybody pays attention, but unless you had a game in 2011 and were one of those,
nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, the developer of Thomas Was Alone was, I think, the one talking about this, where he recognizes that, hey, right place, right time, and like that time has very clearly passed.
Yeah.
And it's so weird how like you just became one of the known developers, or you're not.
Yeah. You're just you. Everybody's just a shot in the dark at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? If you think about it, not in terms of download numbers, if you're thinking in terms of like an audience in a room that you're presenting art to, it's a little less demoralizing. Like a room full of 50 people is pretty impressive. I feel like.
Yeah, that's okay. If you look at it, if you look at it that way, yeah.
Now I'm just imagining like a huge fucking stadium playing Press Space to Win.
Yeah!
We're talking about like a local arts room, and then
Press Space Bar makes screen go down. This doesn't work at all. Oh, that's got to be the next game, right? I think that's got to be the next one. God.
Remember, Holly, I had an idea for a sequel to Press Space to Win that burned so fucking bright for one day, and then I lost interest.
One day, and you gave no shits afterward.
I should have most of it written down still. It was going to be very funny, and then I just didn't feel like working on it.
Yeah. I mean, why would you want to work on anything in Flash anymore anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, we're still probably going to be able to load it up in like the other browsers for a little bit. Like it's over.
I mean, apparently the original still works as of July 2019. So
there you go. That's still a much higher shelf life than iPhone apps.
That's a good point.
See, John has come around on hating Apple and how they treat their games.
Yeah. Oh, I've hated them for a long time. I just play them anyway because I have to play them because they'll be gone in 2 years.
It's fucking crazy. I saw somebody saying how like, yeah, these studios have to have full-time people like keeping their old games relevant.
Yep.
Just not even marketing them, just updating them.
Yeah, because they just literally break constantly. Yeah. I think it might have been Rami Ismail. Maybe not. Someone like basically sold off their old games to somebody to just keep them updated from now on because they just couldn't fucking be bothered anymore.
God. And I've seen a couple artists just take them down, just like, nope, I can't do it.
This is it.
Imagine like you said 16 games, John. Imagine if you had to update them like every 2 months or something. I can bet you there's a few that wouldn't get those updates.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I can think of two off the top of my head.
Yeah.
All right. What do y'all think are my top 3 most popular downloads on itch?
Oh
shit.
I swear to God, if it's Wednesday.
I know Wednesday's gotta be real fucking high up there.
It plugs it every week.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Wednesday. Fugitive. Those are the only 2 I can think of.
Wednesday. Wednesday
wait.
views. I'll say that. It doesn't really count for downloads because it's a browser game. So Spider and Atop are pretty low because you can play them in your browser.
I want to say Her Lullaby, but probably not.
That's number 2, actually.
Oh wow!
It's at 160 now, which is pretty high.
That's surprising.
Yep. 892 views. I feel good about that. Any other guesses?
No.
Number 1's actually Facets.
What?
Really?
I know. I was so like angsty because that was such like a weird one, and nobody seemed like nobody was playing it for a bit. But that's by far but that is at 180. Plus, I have another like 150 on the RPGmaker.net. So that's like my most popular current game.
Wow,
I feel okay about that.
But how many have beaten it?
Probably very few. But that's okay.
Who's in that coveted 1%?
It's like a Mario Maker level.
Yeah.
Clear rate 1%.
A Mario Maker level where every death has its own custom game over. Letting you know that it's okay. And then number 3 was Kikai. And number 4 is KTTV.
Nice.
Yumi Polly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was even thinking Kikai, but I wasn't sure if a shmup would.
No, yeah, people like that one. Yeah, there's a big jump down because Kikai's 117, and then it goes. I'm sure this is great listening.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. This is the shit people tune in for.
Yeah.
Talking about our itch numbers.
Listening to us.
I was talking about my Newgrounds numbers. So.
I still haven't heard back. I think the Frog game should be at that arcade now, but I haven't heard back yet. I'm gonna reach out this week.
Yeah, definitely want to see that.
Cool. Oh, so now you've literally got an art gallery where people are standing around playing.
It's literally got an art gallery.
Yep.
I wonder.
We just have to change the conversation, the terms of it, because clearly appealing to gamers doesn't work.
No.
So abandon that. Don't worry about it. That's a different space. That whole space, it's separate.
It really is.
Don't worry about it. They don't matter. They are emptiness. They are a void to us. Fuck them.
And John's next line is, and my next game is going to be exclusive to the Epic Games Store.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about that. We're in. If you think about it, like in terms of like people putting up a painting in a local art gallery that 50 people will see, like, and that's a victory.
Right.
Maybe that's okay.
That's
okay to think about it in those terms.
That's fine.
Yeah. Jetstorm says Moon's at 44 downloads. That's pretty high.
There you go.
That's pretty high by my things.
See, moving up in the world. Making strides.
Mm-hmm. Because the important thing, Polly, is that even though nobody else likes Afterward, it was very good.
It's very good. Yes.
Very good.
It's very good that we notice and appreciate our genius.
I know. And really that's what matters, is that we appreciate how smart we are.
Yes. We're so fucking smart.
So fucking smart. Hey, Polydendron was so funny.
I know. It's so goddamn genius.
Such good.
It's shit posting the video game. It's so good.
It's so fucking great. God, we're geniuses.
What is happening?
We're all just sucking each other up. That's great. Because no one else will.
You know, we're talking about the whole museum thing. Now I'm sitting here wondering, I wonder if there have ever been unlicensed uses of Super Press Space to Win.
Oh my god. Like, just to find some weird ass, like...
It has to have happened.
It has to have. Like, with as ubiquitous as it is, with as prevalent as it is, with those numbers, you don't not get
Somebody
ripped off
just opened
some
a web
way.
browser and was like, we don't need permission.
Yeah. It's like, it's on the internet. It's free.
I think someone probably opened it up in a classroom to talk about it at some point.
I would not doubt it.
Oh my god.
That almost certainly happened. I'm catching up on the chat. Poncho says, Kikai was the Echo-like. I hate Echo. That kind of had an impact on my enjoyment.
Damn.
Fair enough. That's very fair.
Where's the Echo-like Mario Maker level, John?
I'll get to it.
Custom. Oh my god.
I did so much creative stuff.
You can literally make underground scrolling levels in that game, so...
Mm-hmm. And custom scrolling, so it slams you into the wall and kills you.
Yeah.
I'll get there. I want to play Chantilly's more.
Okay.
I got to...
that's
and I was like,
fair.
This seems good. And then I didn't for a week. So,
yeah.
Because I had to finish Garden of Sinners, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. You have to get those high priority targets first.
Yep,
so was your other thing just my Mario Maker level?
I had nothing else. I read a fanfic I really liked, but I think I'm going to see if I read more Toho fanfic, and then if I can actually have a conversation about that. I don't think my perspective is...
Was it a dirty one?
Well, it's not a dirty one, actually.
Did it have dirty stuff in it?
There's plenty of clean Toho stuff.
I get dirty stuff.
I just haven't done it.
I don't know anything about fanfiction.
Okay. I think fuck is kidding.
Sorry for laughing at that, Polly.
I don't know why you laughed at that.
Anyways, Jetstorm says, I have seen Super Press Space to Win in places a lot. What does that mean?
What does that mean? Like, where would you have seen that? A lot? Where would you have seen that?
Oh my god. I'm hanging on every word.
Space to Win fanfic.
Oh, man. It's up to you, John.
I'm not seeing it.
It's up to you, John.
Clearly.
You're over here writing Fate fanfics. I'm sure you could throw something together for Press
It has a TV tropes. It has a TV tropes page. Super Press Face to Win. It has a fucking TV tropes
that's
page.
absolutely insane.
It has a speedrun.com page.
God. All right, do you want to hear some of your heroic sacrifice spoiler tags?
Oh my god.
Possibly overlapping with the trope redemption equals death. Infinity plus one sword is a trope. It's : the golden sword from Super Press Face to Win.
Oh my god.
Trope. I hate TV tropes, by the way. I don't think this has ever come up on the podcast.
That is when
I fucking hate it. I hate reading it.
What is so insane about this is because, literally, that was the whole joke of the thing, was that it's super fucking tropey.
Yeah,
congrats, guys, you get the joke.
You got the joke and then ruined it for everybody.
The purple dude. Save the princess, : this is the initial plot of the game, though, spoiler tag, it is ultimately forgotten entirely by the end. Plot advance, : the golden sword, which teaches you magic. Do these people talk like this in real life?
I bet they do.
Imagine.
I bet they do.
Ugh. Anticlimax boss, : intentional. As Axeman 13 put it, there is no way you can lose to the boss at the end.
Oh my god.
It's such
he's actually Axeman 23 now. It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll talk about fanfic next time if I keep deep diving that hole, so to speak. Outside of that, I'm pretty good.
This is the weirdest episode.
He's gonna write fanfics about being in some holes, everybody.
I want to write a dirty GTO one.
Dirty fanfics. Get out of here, you naughty boy.
Read it. Or would that be too weird because I'm 12?
You're 12. You're 12.
Ah, okay. I feel like y'all would actually enjoy that. It's okay. You don't have to feel guilty about not reading the Fate one anymore because I got a third person to read it, which was the number I had in my head.
They're your best friend now. They're your best friend now.
Yeah. It's Zella.
I know Ballas read it.
Azure, yeah. Ballas, Azure, and Zella's.
Well, there you go. You got 3 people. Boom. There you go.
3 friends.
3 real friends and then us 2.
Yeah, exactly. Although once again, been left with the Higurashi avatar-shaped hole lately. That was really noticeable. So, that friendship is pretty real red. Alright. So, I'm done talking about Rat's Mario Maker levels. Red, did you have anything else before we talk about Madoka?
Can we just take a 5-minute break?
Alright, we will take a 5-minute break. Everybody get up, stretch your legs out. How's it going, Ding? You caught us going into a break, but we will be right back to talk about a topic you probably won't care about.
Do you know that MBAM where they just don't do any questions?
We'll be right back, everybody. I hear you. I hear you.
Oh, I usually mute myself when...
You weren't muted. You weren't muted at all. Everybody heard you peeing all over the place.
No, you didn't.
You did too. They were talking about it in chat just now. They're like, oh my god, I think Rhett's peeing all over the toilet. That's what they said, Rhett. I wouldn't lie to you about that. Would I lie?
Never. Never.
No. Meow. Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
So, Polly, those new speakers I have,
yeah,
they have an auxiliary out on the front, like on the speaker itself. And I just realized I could plug the 3DS into that.
Yeah, you absolutely could.
And it sounds real fucking good.
That's fucking cool as shit.
Because, like, I've been testing that thing on, like, all the speakers on it are insanely quiet.
Oh, the 2DS? Yeah, they're not that great.
Yeah. It's like, even, like, the headphone, I plugged them into some good headphones, and I'm like, is this as loud as it gets? This is, like, it was acceptable, but, like, not loud. And then I plug them into these fucking huge speakers and the subwoofer, and it's like, oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go. There's that beefy sound you want. Thank you for the... speaking of beefy sounds, thank you for the 10 bits, Tinker Gemini.
The timing.
Oh, it's been perfect. It's been pretty good all episode, I gotta say. Right at the start, right when I'm introducing things, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Just right on brand. It's perfect for the type of dumb show that we do.
This has been an interesting episode.
This has been good. We need to do more episodes where nobody's done anything.
Just a whole deep dive on our art.
Yeah. Weird.
And I do want to clarify a bit. The line was like, I've played Afterward and Poly Dungeon and enjoyed both of them. I can't even... There's a word I'm like, I mean,
he can't say it because it's a lie. That's what my dad used to say. You can't say it because it's a lie. Your body won't let you.
I understand why Afterward exists as it does.
Well, I think that's what you told me when you originally played it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm not changing my tune. It's just like, is it supposed to be, quote, enjoyable?
No!
Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm saying.
No,
like, I enjoyed Poly Dungeon. I can't say in good conscience that I enjoyed Afterward because it's not supposed to be.
It's not.
It was the feel bad story of the year. I came away like fucking bummed out.
It's got a good message at the end. It's okay. It's a little uplifting there.
I mean, yeah, I was glad.
But still, it takes a little while to get there. You can't fix yourself overnight. Look, sometimes you just like dragging people's feelings through the mud.
Is this the lead into Monica?
Well, it can. It can.
I've got one more thing.
Oh, okay.
Let me queue up my anime list page.
Oh, jeez.
Polly, are you going to exercise that? I missed some of Rhett talking about her game, and I am starved for feedback.
He said it's the feel bad story of the year.
Hello? Oh, I wasn't plugged in. One more time.
He said it's the feel bad story of the year.
Excellent. I actually did have a friend read the Us Lovely Corpses follow-up novella, and then say, I like Afterward better.
Oh, get fucking blasted!
The real rivalry of...
This is live, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. I wasn't sure if you muted us during break.
I do sometimes. Other times I leave everything wide open just in case you come back and say something embarrassing.
All is well. All right, Rhett. What was your other thing?
What is your other thing, Rhett?
Okay, we just back into the podcast.
We are back into the podcast.
I have wine now. I'm happy.
Okay. So, Mega Man 11 has the double gear system.
Yep, and Neptunia's got the Nep gear system.
And it has the Nep gear system. I've got one more gear for you. This one is a musical. It's called Symphogear.
Symphogear?
Oh, I was interested in this.
What the fuck is Symphogear?
It's an anime.
Okay.
So, Polly, do you know anything about this series?
Not at all.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So, this is a series from 2012. Mm-hmm. It's been out a while.
That sounds like another one of those good years in anime where you had 2007 and now you have 2012.
I don't know. It's just, rather, it's not current. Like, again, 2012 is over 5 years ago.
Okay.
and time keeps marching on. But like, for whatever reason, this has been a series I've always kind of heard about, mentioned very kind of in whispers or hushed tones, and like a thing that's just kind of always around and never, maybe it's just literally the name itself never struck a chord of like, oh, I should check that out. Mm-hmm. And then for whatever reason, I finally looked it up properly and it was like, holy fucking shit, why have I never watched this show? So this show is magical girls with a very heavy kind of mechanized aspect to it. Like, the main girl just has, like, these giant robot fists. One of the others has a giant sword. And the third girl has, like, kind of transforming guns. Mm-hmm. And, like, the show operates very much on the rule of cool, where they don't got to explain shit as long as it's cool.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
So, like, the second girl, her sword will just get bigger depending on the attack she's using.
And how horny she is.
Yeah, and it will just, like, it starts as a katana, and then it'll turn into, like, a buster sword, and then it'll just turn into, like, something the size of a truck. And then at the very end of the show, when they're doing their absolute final attacks, it's something like a sword the size of a house.
That's,
like, again,
okay. Rule of cool.
Rule of cool. And they've got very mechanized, kind of armor designs compared to, your normal magical girl show. And the third thing is, it's called Symphogear because they are powered by music.
Oh, so, good.
So they are always singing when they are fighting.
Oh, I hate it.
So I wanted to bring that up.
Cause I know they're probably singing crappy J-pop songs, and I don't want to hear no J-pop in my life.
So, John,
do you remember like a month or so ago when Polly just said that the music is the songs are the worst part of Steven Universe, and we all just let that happen?
Oh my god!
We all just decided that was okay.
She got ratioed worse than I've ever seen Polly.
You get ratioed for the truth sometimes. Nobody actually likes Steven Universe songs.
No, that's just not true. But anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, continue, Red. I wanted to bring attention to that.
You combine these three things, you've got magical girls with very mecha-inspired weapons and armor, singing songs while they fight. Like, it's mecha magical girl idols, and it's fucking incredible.
It sounds like the stupidest thing imaginable.
So, but I see this description of the show and go, man, this is like the most me anime like concentrated possible. And apparently, yes, the show is extremely divisive. Like, it has a 7 on my anime list, and you look at, and that's extremely low for that site, you know?
Yeah.
Like, something has to be real fucking bad to get into the 6s, and this is like a 7.07.
Woo, cutting it.
But then you look at those reviews, and they're all like 8, 8, 4, 3, 2. but then like 9, 10, 1. It's like, it's all over the place.
A string of 10s, a string of 3s.
Yeah, like, so I watched this show and I fucking loved it. But, so the first episode is just like completely bonkers, then it kind of slows down a bit, and it does become extremely tropey for a bit. Like, it almost feels like they're speedrunning Evangelion, where it's just like, okay, we're this big secret organization that's fighting to save the world, and we've got this super rare relic underground, and the aliens are trying to break in and take it.
That is literally Evangelion!
Oh, I know. And then the next episode is like, also the American government has spies. They also want to break in and do the thing. And I'm like, oh, we're already in the end game now, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so there's some tropey stuff to it, and then it goes off the rails kind of in a great way. And it's just, the whole idol thing kind of culminates in them just having a bunch of insert songs for the last few fights. Because, like, for most of the show, like, everyone has kind of their main theme song, and, like, the Bad Girls is ridiculous because the lyrics on the top are, like, Volcano of Genocide Murder or something. And Tengu Gemini says, does this end in space? And of course it does, because it has to go over the top. It goes really bonkers over the top at the end in a great
this is
way.
Season 1 of 5.
Oh,
right?
John, you ruined it!
Sorry.
So here's the reason I've always been kind of lightly hearing about Symphogear is because while Symphogear Season 1 was 2012, they kept going.
It's ongoing.
They are currently on Season 5, so that's why I started hearing about this. I don't know.
If this is so divisive, at least...
It obviously must be popular in Japan.
It obviously must be, but, like, anytime something is popular in Japan, it usually crosses my timeline because I follow a lot of weirdos.
Yeah.
And they all like them Japanese cartoons that I know. Especially
no one talks about this show except its diehard fans, which I am now one of.
And the thing is, it must be good because the people I follow only talk about crappy ones.
Oh my god! So I was watching this recap video of the current summer anime last night, and it starts with Symphogear and the narrator being like, "Everyone is fucking begging me to watch Symphogear season 5," and then it shows some clips of like the new transformations, and he's just like, holy shit, how have I been missing this show all this time? And that's kind of where I'm at right now.
What in the world?
And yeah, so I've only watched season 1 so far, and seeing a few clips of season 5 and like, holy shit, the visual upgrade. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Awesome.
I'm going to try not binge it too hard. Like, I've already finished season 1, so I'm kind of letting it rest for a bit. I want to do them in kind of discrete chunks, like seasons.
Start the next season when you go back to work.
Something like that, yeah. I think I've seen people say season 2 actually is the best, but we'll see. Like, so there's a super weird thing about the licensing, though, where Crunchyroll had the first 3 seasons, and then season 4 starts airing, and nobody has it.
Oh, crap.
So Crunchyroll did not get season 4, and everyone's like, well, I guess Netflix or Amazon got it, and then they didn't either.
Oh, weird.
No one got season 4.
Huh.
So season 4 had to be fan subbed.
Oh, jeez.
So here's the super weird twist. Crunchyroll got season 4 and 5 together.
What the fuck?
So, but here's what's even weirder, and this isn't a huge deal. They're releasing season 4 week to week as if it's still being aired. So they're kind of concurrently posting episodes of season 4 and 5 right now.
That's weird, but I know that like a lot of that shit really just comes down to Japanese licensors.
Yeah.
And license holders. Like, the way that they have to release that shit is the way that the Japanese licensors want it released, so...
Yeah, so, like, as of a couple days, maybe 2 days ago, I think, like, there were 7 episodes of Season 4 up out of 13, and 5 episodes of Season 5, which is still airing, so that's where it should be.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird that Season 4 is just on there incomplete, even though there's stuff past it.
Yeah.
But I've heard people grumbling about the fan subs that actually did end up coming out for Season 4 because it was Kami-subbing it, and yeah, one of those names and go
yeah, okay, one of those might as well not even watch it.
So there's never been a better time to get into Symphogear now that Season 4 is getting some official subs, I guess.
I'm gonna get right on that.
Oh my god. It's so stupid in the best way. The villain is just like, I'm gonna blow up the moon. That her whole plan is to blow up the moon.
Just to blow up the moon. Like, there's no real thought about why this works, or...
Oh no, there's an explanation, but it gets dumber. And I'm just like, man, there's 4 more seasons of this, and maybe 5 is the end, maybe it's not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited.
Symphogear. Yep. Definitely not going to be watching it, but...
No problem.
I'm happy for you.
It's exactly kind of what I wanted from the Nanoha movies of just...
Mm-hmm. That's kind of where my brain is going, is Nanoha.
Yeah, definitely. It's just... Yeah, the show's also, like, surprisingly violent. Like, episode 1 especially, civilians are getting fucking wrecked.
Nice.
Like, there's a scene where, like... when they are doing the whole America is, like, trying to send in spies, like, there's a guy who just gets assassinated with, like, assault rifles. It's just like, what the fuck is this show? Like, because you contrast that with the main character obviously being, like, a high school girl, and the power of friendship and songs will build bridges between people, and we can understand each other, and also some extremely violent scenes. It's really weird.
And also, I'm gonna air this motherfucker out like Swiss cheese.
Yeah. I guess part of Seasons 4 was the licensing on the songs, because I think that's kind of the money of the show.
That's where you're going to run into issues a lot of the time with licensing, is with music.
Yeah. I think it's like in Japan they get, probably singles for every big song.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
That's where the money's coming from.
Yeah.
Because again,
Polly. Go ahead. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty much it.
Okay, I was just going to... All right, Polly, gun to your head. Gotta watch Symphogear or Garden of Sinners.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, fuck. Go ahead and shoot. Go ahead and shoot.
This is... Okay, I guess it's a tougher question if you make it all 5 seasons of Symphogear.
Whew.
Versus the 7
movies. Oh, yeah, the one
movies.
season of Symphogear would be an easy choice.
Yeah.
I think I did the math, and it adds up... The 7 movies adds up to about 22 episodes.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Okay, so...
Other anime?
Are there any other things that anybody wants to throw in and talk about?
Yeah, I think it's before we wrap up and then get into some spoilers.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, we're going to close this episode out with a bit of a spoiler cast for an anime movie. It is the 3rd Madoka Magica movie, Rebellion. If you have seen that, feel free to stick around, listen to us blabber about it. If you haven't seen it and want to see it, you probably don't want to hear it. And if you don't like anime at all, you're probably hitting the eject button now.
You already hit it.
You already hit it. But since this will be where the podcast ends for you, I want to remind everybody once again, we've got Sockscast episode 100 coming up on August 24th. And we're going to be doing that live at around 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern. We would like you to send us a message, ask us a question, something of that nature via your voice or something of the matter. You want to sing us a song or something, you can do that too. But record that, send it off to Polly at socksmakepeoplesexy.net, and we'll play that during the episode. We'll also be having a few guests who I'll be bringing in to talk, who've been pretty close to the show over the last 5 years, who've helped make it possible, helped us keep going, contributed in fun ways that obviously made us able to do what we do. And let's see, of course, if you don't want to talk to us with your voice, you can also just send a normal email as well to polly@socksmakepeoplesexy.net. But again, that will be on August 24th, 5 p.m. Eastern. While we're closing out for the first time, John Thayer, where can the fine folks at home find you?
farawaytimes.itch.io.
And play his new shmup. It's real good. It's called Expanse.
Yep. Someone be better at it than Polly.
Yeah, come on. I'm begging you.
No, you can't be better than Polly. That's the trick.
Yeah, that's...
Someone get that one life clear. I'm probably going to shoot it with a little more distance from it. I might shoot for that.
Mm. And Rhett, where can everybody on here find you?
I should probably update my website and just put links to Poly Dungeon and Expanse on there,
because
I'm not making any more games. So
Red is done with making games.
Actually, I'll post those and my Mario Maker course.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go.
Red, that was so tragic that you put all that work into updating your site to the Tumblr and then Tumblr died.
But it's been happy. Tumblr didn't actually die though. That's
the
thing.
No, it didn't. It's still kicking.
So it's like I may as well just move it back and have those for now. Because I clearly don't give a shit to actually fix it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So, okay. So, where's that site we can find, Rhett?
Well, right now it's inconsequentialexistence.com.
All right. So, if you're ducking out for the spoiler cast edition, we love you very much, and we'll catch you next time where the podcast loves you. We're the only ones that love you. Get the fuck out. All right. So... I'm not going to lead the discussion on this movie.
I think John has to.
Because I think John has to. So, John, let's go. Kick us in. What are we doing?
It was like Wednesday night or Tuesday night, and I got home, and I was like, all I want on God's earth right now is to watch the Monica movie.
Mm-hmm. It was definitely Tuesday, because you didn't on Wednesday, and then you had to delay it 2 days.
Yeah, that's what it was, and I just wanted that more than anything, and I couldn't find it anywhere, because it's not on Netflix anymore.
Nope.
That sucks.
Aniplex sucks. God.
Yeah. I had to locate it, which is harder now. Just everything is worse.
Yeah, Aniplex, if Aniplex licenses anything, like, it's going to be a disaster of it ever being around or you ever being able to buy it.
It was on... All three movies were on Netflix for a while, but now apparently they're gone.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm looking for Kill la Kill to start disappearing from streaming services, because they're the ones that license that here as well. So.
Oh, no. So then I couldn't actually watch it until Thursday. And I did.
All right.
And I really, really liked it. I thought it was the bee's knees.
I've been waiting for like 3 or 4 years to scream about this movie to somebody, so I'm very happy this is happening.
Yeah, like this is like this is a much later than we would typically do a spoiler cast. I think.
I saw this movie and was like, well, I can never talk about this ending, but I really want to.
I definitely have things to say about the ending.
Oh boy.
So like, what parts do you want to hit before that? Obviously, though.
All right. How about that general setup, like that first half hour?
The first half hour, throw it away.
That was my opinion.
It made me hate it. Like the way they were just kept trying to like reintroduce things. Like I'd never seen Monica before, even though we're on the third motherfucking recap movie. I know the premise. I know what's happening. I don't need you to reintroduce me to everybody, and I don't need you to do it so goddamn fast. Like, it literally... I reached a point that where people were talking so fast that it literally got on my nerves and I had to turn it off. It was just continuous fucking squawking for 13 goddamn minutes.
I thought you'd have problems with the start. I didn't think that fast talking would be one that I never considered.
Oh
honestly.
my god, they're just trying to cram literally everything from episodes 1 and 2 from the base TV series. They're trying to cram all of the introduction of that into the first 15 minutes of this movie.
Oh, I guess Homer does get reintroduced, huh?
Yeah, they reintroduce fucking everything. Like, oh, we're going to school, blah, 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 blah. Here, I'm a transfer student. Put a gun to my head, please. Everybody, shut up. You're talking too fast. Yeah, the first... Oh, it just annoyed the fuck out of me.
When I first saw this movie, I didn't like the first half hour because kind of nothing happens, and there's those super cringy scenes of them fighting the witch thing. And who is the pumpkin? Is it Monica? I'm like, what is happening?
God.
What is happening?
Yeah.
I appreciated that stuff more this time because it's been so long since I watched the series. Like, I didn't mind having a reintroduction.
Right.
I'm just like, it's such a pretty movie. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a very pretty movie. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah. So, like, just appreciating it on a visual and audio level was nice.
Like, presentation start to finish, this is jaw-dropping.
It's amazing.
Those transformation sequences. They have, like, these 5 extremely, like, customized each person transformation sequences.
They went to, like, they spent months on those a piece, I feel.
I was very happy with that. So I thought it was cute. I liked it. They needed to set up ahead of time that this is like an idyllic world for these characters, especially for Homura.
Right.
So I was like, and like the food thing. Who is the pumpkin? Like that was like just creepy.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that on that level. Like what is happening?
That
my God.
I don't understand if that's a reference to some Japanese song or game or something.
Uh-huh.
It seems so specific, but so
well. I mean, that's the nature.
Kilter.
That's the nature of a lot of the Madoka fights and shit. I feel like, especially with the witches in the TV series and shit. It's like that shit's a lot of fucking throwback to, I would say, Japanese folklore that is way fucking over our heads, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the first half hour does do, because the whole point is to be confused, I think.
Absolutely. There's a very purposeful disorientation there. Like, we, the viewer, are seeing things through Hamura's eyes. Like, she is our conduit into this world, and it's fucked up, and we know it, and she knows it.
Yeah, and then the movie, like, starts 40 minutes in when she takes off her hairband. It's like, oh, okay, now we're it kind of, you just like the ground just settles underneath you.
Yeah.
Like when she does her 800,000th hair flip of the series, finally takes the glasses off. Okay, now the movie's actually starting.
Mm-hmm. There's 2 parts I love. One is that kind of fake opening credit sequence where everyone is like happy and dancing, and she's just in the middle, like on her knees crying.
Yeah, it's such a good
Monica turns to dust.
It's so good. That's so good.
Yep.
And then there's that whole scene with her and Kyoko like trying to escape the town and realizing things are fucked up.
You're fucked. Yeah.
Like that's so clearly the turning point in like the kickoff of the actual story is.
Yeah. Like that moment, like when they finally got to that is when I think I finally started to settle into the movie, because like I was just super not here for the first half hour, and then and then you get the, like, she's talking to Kyoko, and, like, it's like, you know something's wrong, and she's just like, I don't know what you're talking about, and they're just, like, gradually more and more getting into, we literally cannot escape.
It's this good buildup of the viewer also knowing something is wrong.
Like, we know, and we're finally getting that catharsis of, yes, something's wrong!
Because they're calling this a sequel. Yes. Like, it's the sequel to movie 2, and clearly a lot of those characters were dead previously.
Yeah!
What's going on?
Yeah!
Sayaka? Oh, I didn't know you were still here. Wait a minute.
Why are you here?
And Homer is back to her, original timid self.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so...
How about that mommy fight, huh?
And then she fights mommy.
That's real good. That is real cool. Man. I love that. It's like G.I. Joe. They can fire 800,000 rounds at one another and never hit, and it's still fucking baller shit.
The implication to me was that they were shooting all these bullets into the frozen time.
Yes.
And then they all landed on the ground, and then they were so in tune, they knew where they'd fired all the bullets.
Yes.
So they knew when the time stopped, they were still safe, and that's why they were.
Just
and that was like that moment of like,
but you have those moments of like literally firing pistols off in each other's faces and shit. God. It's so. That is so well put together. It's stupid.
It shouldn't. Basically, it shouldn't work in concept because all they're doing is firing like frozen bullets at each other.
Yeah.
I think I didn't understand the fight the first time I saw it, where the reason Mommy's able to move while time is stopped is because she has that ribbon around Homer's leg.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
It's a real smart, it's real smart knowing how their world works and portraying it. You know, like they could have gone, it's cool, don't have to explain, but there's like that little detail there.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they land and you just see like this tower of bullets from where they fell through, and then they all fucking start going off at once.
It's so good.
And they're standing perfectly still. Fuck. And then the resolution to that fight is very well, the first resolution, the fake resolution is very good, of just like Homer faking her out and then like almost shooting her in the head and then like no, I'm gonna shoot her in the thigh, and then realizing that's still really that's still ice cold.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, she even says like, well, I guess you at least didn't try to kill me.
You at least didn't try to kill me, but you fucking shot me point blank, bitch.
So that was very good.
Yep. That was a very nice moment.
They were hornier for they were pretty horny for Mommy, actually.
Yeah. That's kind of like always been the case, I feel.
I couldn't remember in the series if that was...
She wasn't in the series enough for...
She became sort of like the heiress, where it was like, oh, we get to bring her back in these movies, though. So they obviously are milking that for all they can.
I like that that her sidekick is the same demon.
The one that literally ate her fucking head.
Oh god, when it's coming down, that's the big thing with the cake, is that when that thing is coming down, like it looks like it's threatening each character.
Yeah.
You think that's what's going to happen. You think it's going to happen.
That was effective for me.
Yep. It was real good.
I mean, it totally makes sense though that when Homer gets her memories back, she's just like, well, what the fuck is that thing doing here?
Yeah. Yeah, like that's really kind of what sparks everything into action. It's just like, okay, you know, like, why is that motherfucker here?
Like, it's weird. This movie mixes fan service with being logical in how it's set up.
Like, it makes, it makes sense as to why these things would be here, but it's also just from a cool standpoint, that's a real cool twist.
Hey, we brought back this popular witch.
Yes.
The one that killed Mommy.
Yeah, that's real good.
Also, Witch Sayaka's very good.
Oh my god, so good.
Those turns when she does the head tilt behind her head thing, obviously.
Man!
Every time when you see the reflection of the witch behind Sayaka in the water, just like, oh shit.
Yeah, and it's just like she's completely in control of that shit, and it's just like, oh my god, this is too good.
God. So there's like 3 climaxes to this movie.
And like, I know, right?
Yeah.
Basically, after this is the first climax.
Oh god. Yeah.
So the big reveal after this immediately is, Cuba's behind everything.
Of fucking course.
And
like
man.
There's like thousands of them or something. Like you see this whole army of Cubies like looking in.
Yeah, it's just like a big, like they're observing this closed off world for potential.
And then, so this was the big thing for me, was realizing, so Cuba's goal right now is to undo the main heroine's heroic sacrifice that completed the first season. I realized in my head, this is the most evil thing an anime villain could conceivably do.
It's so fucked up.
And that whole sequence of just like Homer like purposefully turning into a witch to save Monica again, and all her friends like trying to save her, and that was just like, okay, this is the climax. Wait, how is there 40 minutes left? I don't know, but this is really good.
I was not expecting that at all when we got to this point in the story of, wait, there's still more left.
It'd be so good to just watch this without knowing where the time bar is at.
Yeah.
Like in a theater, like you don't get that. Oh, there's a half hour left. Hope something else doesn't happen.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like it's coming to a natural conclusion with the way everything starts setting up.
The big turn happens right around an hour and a half.
Yeah, you get your big emotional moment.
You get a full length movie.
Yeah.
And then there's a little bit more.
And then there's a little more, and then oh boy, take us through this.
Well, wait.
Well, we gotta get
Tamura is very good, right?
Yes.
The witch form, but like the guillotine stuff.
Witch Hamura is fantastic.
Oh man.
Everything whole fight, I forgot how insane it is. Like
it's
Sayaka controlling her witch and stuff. And
that's so fucking nuts.
Oh, God, yeah, because she's Heaven Sayaka now, so she can.
Yeah.
God, it's so good. Yeah, they bring all these things together in a way that makes perfect sense, and then build it up to this very neat and happy. I was ready to go on Twitter and be like, y'all keep talking about how suffering East Monica is, and it's just this is a completely happy movie. I don't understand what your problem is.
There's a shot of somehow Homer kind of goes back to human right at the end, and there's a shot of her and Monica firing the bow together, and it's pretty and pink, and everything is
it's supposed perfect. To be. It's that moment that would normally be in any normal fucking movie. That would be that's your climactic moment, and then.
Paul, you know what it reminds me of in a weird way?
What?
The Dream Theater album scenes from A Memory.
Oh my God.
Where the second to last song is the super happy upbeat one, the spirit carries on. Yeah. And then the last one is and then shit went wrong.
Shit went wrong anyway.
I didn't get that reference.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. But yeah, you get your little setup of, the cycle kind of being set into motion for Hamura, because obviously at this point, she has reached the end of this cycle. And, it's kind of what Monica's role was to become at the end of the original series, was that she was going to be the one to usher magical girls that had turned into witches, to take that burden upon herself. And that's what we get. You're getting the tears welling up. It's it's a very sweet moment. She's laying there. She's all dead, basically.
It's so sweet. It is over the top sweet.
It is
walking down from heaven.
Literally walking down from heaven. She is God.
And Sayaka and Bebe are there, riding in a fucking elephant carriage.
It is the most overdone, literal, God is going to walk you to heaven by herself. And then that fucking smile. They do the close up. Oh my God.
Oh my God, just holding her.
Just grabbing her arms and
then
the grin.
Just fracturing.
Oh my God. Gave me chills. Because I was not expecting it.
I'm so happy you weren't after everything I said still.
I had no idea.
I kind of thought John had spoiled this movie for you when he watched it on Thursday. Talking about, wow, Homura sucks.
She does, though.
I know, but...
But, she sucks even before that, because you know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you eventually, and she does her witch thing. She's defeated. You're going to heaven and everything. And then to me, it's just oh, okay. She's not really revealing true colors to me in that moment, because I've already seen this in her character.
Yeah, it's not out of character.
It is not out of character at all. It's just how fucking the way they handle that moment in the animation and the presentation is just whoa. It got me. It made me feel real good.
There's this scene earlier. So I think the series is kind of implying that she lost some of her memories in the new universe at the end of the original series.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then she got her memories back during the movie.
Yeah.
And she's talking to Monica, and Monica is saying how about, I could never make a sacrifice that big.
Yeah.
And Homer says something about the world without you was one of unending sadness that I couldn't escape from. It's oh boy.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
The whole flower field scene is so.
Oh yeah, that becoming corrupted.
There's that to me encapsulated my entire read on that character as her love is no longer love to me. It's just it's a distorted fucking ideal that just has become an obsession.
But then she calls it love to QB at the end.
She calls like that is like ultimately what she deems her energy is love. And it's just like, wow. This is like prison love of some sort.
Oh man.
Well, see, so John watches this movie and then I like start thinking about it and I'm like, oh no.
Wait a minute.
Oh no, Homer sucks.
This could go real bad.
It honestly clicked in my head like, oh no, if you actually like obfuscate the magical girl stuff and like look at what is actually happening in this series.
Yeah.
She fucking sucks.
She really does.
Nice guy, Homer.
Yeah,
nice
okay.
guy,
Do you want to hear? That's so okay. I wasn't gonna get it.
That was Red's joke.
This was my whole. This is my whole thesis though, where I realized like, there's a screen cap from the end of the original series where Monica has made the wish, and they're in naked heaven, and Monica says to Homer, "You'll always be my best friend."
Yeah.
And somebody puts a caption on that that says, "Friend zoned by God."
Friend zoned by God.
But then I realized, like, that's the series.
Yeah.
Is that Homer is the nice guy who did all this stuff to save Monica, and there's this assumption from her and from the fandom that because she did all this work, that she is entitled to Monica's love.
Yeah, and
that's really gross.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, and it never happens for her either.
And I don't really feel that the movie is erring on that side either. Like, I don't think that they're painting Homura in a light to where it's pitiable that she's not getting what she wants. Like, that's not...
What was the point where it seemed like the movie wasn't taking that side? Was it when she turned into a demon and said, I am now evil.
I am now a thing that you would call evil. I am a demon. Like, it's just, I really feel that in a lot of material like this, that I think that the people we've seen, maybe some of the creators that we've discussed on this podcast from time to time, would feel a certain other way about, maybe Madoka is really the shitty one here.
I mean, that's literally it. As I'm watching this, just like, this is the antithesis of, like, Heaven's Feel or whatnot. It gets it in this very real way, and and like I said, we both had the same read of the base series, and the movie is just going as far in that direction as possible.
Like, it is hammering that idea home with every bit of imagery, all of her actions, her very deliberately explaining her actions.
And then Monica near the end, like, realizing, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to be this. I'm supposed to be something bigger.
Yes.
And then, be small, be mine.
Yes, literally. Oh my god. Okay. We gotta get there. We've gotta get there. We've gotta get there. Okay. So we have the heel turn. We have Homura literally turning to a devil, and we get
zooming out until it's very obviously this is the whole universe being transformed.
Yes, she rewrote everything again. And it's basically
you weren't here the first time.
Yeah. So we get the reset again, and we're back in school, and we've got a transfer student. Oh, wait a minute, the roles are different now. Homura is not the transfer student. It's our good friend Madoka, whose love we're entitled to. Take it from here. Go ahead.
Well, then she immediately, like, grabs Madoka's hand, like, here, I will show you around the school.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take care of you. Don't worry.
Like, you're the new... She literally shoos everybody else away from her.
Yup.
And it's just like, wait, there's also that moment when the world's being rewritten where everybody figures it out. Where everybody confronts her, and it's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Sayaka tells Sayaka, like, You're going to forget soon. Don't worry, sweetie.
Yeah, you'll forget. That's so awful.
Sipping tea. So just leaned in.
It's very mean.
Okay, can we talk about that one scene though, where Madoka realizes or has that flash of the goddess inside of her.
Yes, like her eyes go gold, and
her eyes go gold, and she's like, "I'm not supposed to be here." And then Homer just fucking grabs her.
Yes, literally pulls her out of it. It's like, no, stop! Don't think that. Be me.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting here going like, oh, like this is gaslighting. Like,
yeah, literal gaslighting.
It is. Like,
I mean, it's all harder to read because it's cute magical girl lesbians.
Yes, yeah.
Like if it was gendered at all, it would be very transparent.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if Homer was a dude.
Yeah, it would be very obvious.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you think about the original series as well, though, where her goal the entire time has been to take away agency from Madoka.
Yeah, it's kind of
like she never tried to work with her or with the others. The others were always disposable.
Yes,
it was
kind of the shitty thing.
I want to protect Madoka, and that's all that matters.
Yep.
Protect Madoka from herself, from her own
shitty
choices.
Yeah, from her own shitty choices that literally benefited everybody.
Everyone. And then made things worse in the process, like transformed her from being like this awful witch to being like a witch into like the world-destroying witch.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That was in the series, is that her doing that turned out more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
God, it's so good.
Like it's like I love seeing people's read on the whole like the relationship between Hamura and Madoka, and people thinking that it's so fucking romantic when it's so goddamn one-sided.
Now I'm looking at like Yuri stuff for them has always been like, you are misinterpreting the series because Madoka has like literally never shown
she's never shown interest in Hamura that way, dude. Like, they're literally barely out of grade school. They don't understand that kind of love yet.
I think Homura thinks she does.
I think Homura thinks she does, obviously, but I don't really like. I can't say when and if somebody can go from understanding love to not understanding love, but I never got the impression that with these characters' ages that they were at a point where actual real love kind of made real sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because it always seemed like even Sayaka's little hang up that she has, it still seems like it's unrequited, and it's just kind of a one-sided, like, it's a fascination. It is being in love with the ideal of being in love.
Yeah, and then martyring yourself. Thinking that you'll get your reward.
Yeah, like there's so much in common between those two that it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's almost like that's like the main theme. Of this thing, and then rebellion just complete. In case you didn't get it.
Yeah.
What we're talking about.
Yeah, like
and that stuff sits. That obviously hits really hard for me because I was that.
Yeah.
Like I did the martyr thing. I just tried to be everything another person wanted me to be. And it doesn't work. It's not good for you. It's not good for them.
No.
It hits. It's very personal. It hits very hard, and that's the reason why like Madoka discourse like gets under my skin like nothing else. It bugs me.
I don't like talking to people about that show unless I know that they actually kind of get
it.
What this show is actually saying. What these characters like. Have your headcanon if you want it, but you can't fucking just rewrite material to be what you want it to be, because that's not what the show is doing. It's not what Hamura's character study is. Hamura's character study is one of obsession and martyrdom for all the fucking wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm. Or just, it's minimizing everything and being like, oh, it's just about making women suffer because like, the author hates women. That's what this is about.
That is very not it. No.
Oh yeah, Homer's arc in this movie is interesting because she is willing to, die as a witch in the fake world, and then sacrifice herself in goal of protecting Madoka. But then, as soon as she kind of fails at that and succeeds in getting back into the real world, it's just like, anyways,
I've got
a new plan.
Back to being
when
an
the
obsessed
opportunity
bitch.
presents itself.
Yeah. It's.
She's very willing to continue down the martyrdom route and just. I'll live in purgatory hell forever if that's what it takes to make my Madoka happy.
Yeah, and the
It's basically no one can control Madoka except me. Goddammit.
Yeah.
Like, I won't let the Cubies have her. Only I can have her.
Yeah.
Yep. She does the exact same thing that she's so terrified of Cubie.
Yeah.
Man, that character is so fucked up, and so many people just don't get what that series is trying to say. It's not romantic. It ain't. Sorry.
I hate it because John watched the movie, and I had this read of like, oh, Homer kind of matches the patterns of an abuser, huh? Shit. And then I watched the movie again, and I'm just like, man, she's so fucking cool, though. Like, she's so cool, like the mommy fight and stuff. She's so cool up until the point where she just turns full evil, and then she's still kind of fucking cool
still pretty
about
fucking
it.
Cool.
She grows fucking like beautiful wings, and then she's sitting sipping tea, having completed her evil plan.
Yeah.
Like she's dancing over like this fucking despondent Cubie who has seen the universe be destroyed.
He's so fucked, and then little Cubie is so fucked up.
That last shot is so haunting.
He's just like, I've seen literally fucking everything, dude.
Those eyes that have seen the extent of her fucked upness.
It's like,
and the universe be rewritten to fuck them over.
And Cubie just saying during that, just like, you know what? We should just stop. This isn't a good idea.
Yeah.
And then Homer being like, nope. We still have plans for you.
Yeah, like, I love it. She's like when she's having that final freak out, she's literally like, don't think you're not part of this, little fucker. I am not. You are not dying. I'm telling you that. You don't.
She's like super huge and just like pushing him around with her finger.
Yeah, she's just like, you do not get the pleasure. You do not get the relief of death, little boy. You are mine.
With Cubie just being like the scariest villain for even in this movie.
Yeah, literally.
And then that turn. God.
gives you the willies. But like, so the funny thing is about the way this whole thing ends is that the author wanted it to actually have the happy ending of God walking Homer into heaven. They wanted that to be the end.
Urobuchi wanted that?
He wanted that.
What? That's shocking.
The other director said, no, we have to keep going.
Oh, that's so good.
So yeah, Urobuchi is the one who wanted to end the movie with God walking Homer into heaven.
That almost makes me think he doesn't get it.
Yeah, almost, doesn't it?
I get it, because I don't think you're wrong to think the series is romantic, because
no, I didn't say it's romantic.
No, I mean just
it romanticizes Homer's actions is cool, I think.
Yeah, like
you can see her perspective really clearly. I think.
I think romantic doesn't necessarily mean healthy, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Like her during wanting to die as a witch in the dream. That was in my head was just like, oh my god, I get it, girl.
Oh.
Even though it's obviously shitty, unhealthy, it still tugs at your heartstrings. It still gets you.
No, I mean I think in the series, you can add up the culmination of her actions as super obsessive and creepy and toxic, but individually along the way, it all makes sense. Her friend died. She wants to save her friend.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
and then
the things that spurned her into the actions that she's taken make sense, because I would like to think that if it were in the power, any of us would make those kinds of decisions. But she becomes warped and twisted at some point. And
because at some point, she doesn't give a shit if mommy dies or if any of the other sides. It just becomes 100%
fixated on
save
one
Madoka.
Yeah. And that turns into a very twisted love, which turns into a very twisted obsession, which is no longer identifiable as love, I don't think.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I tweeted something to that effect. I saw a good
line thing. She's not in love with Madoka. She's in love with the ideal of Madoka.
Yes.
Especially in this movie.
She is in love with the ideal of Madoka being completely helpless and for her to be... Yes.
The protector.
Yes.
She wants to be the protector.
She's in love with being the protector.
Yep.
And then the very cool about
she's
doing
so
that.
Fucking cool. Heather points out this is Homura wins the movie.
Absolutely.
I don't think the
very last shot of the movie is her jumping off a cliff.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think they kind of lean in as this is still really fucking empty.
Yeah,
for Homura.
That's the kind of read that I got out of that post credit. Yeah, because then you get the credits, and then you get the post credit scene, which is completely silent. Mm-hmm. And Homura dancing around the disheveled Kyubey who's seen way too much, and he needs a cigarette. And she just fucking throws herself off a cliff, and it's just I think that's saying what needs to be said is that this is empty. It's just not doing it. This doesn't even the ideal isn't filling what needs to be filled.
God.
I mean, she says to Madoka something like, "We're going to be villains or enemies eventually."
Yeah, we're going to be enemies eventually.
It's a super fragile victory.
Yeah.
Where something will go wrong at some point. I do believe that if they kept going, Sayaka and Madoka would probably have their own version where they wake up and break out. Yeah. And we don't need to see that.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that this is the end is it completed Homura's arc of, well, I got what I want and I feel awful, basically.
Yeah, I got what I want. Was it worth it?
I tried to figure out. There's something where she she bites into her soul gem, which is very cool.
Yes, that is a very cool moment.
And then she remakes it, and it's pink. And I was trying to figure out if she is she entwining her essence with Madoka's or something?
I think that's more of just a symbology of her becoming a demon. I don't think that's anything more interpretable.
I said something to. Go ahead,
I think everything in this movie is probably interpretable.
Yeah.
But I kind of thought her color was always purple, so I didn't notice anything off about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. God. I really like that movie.
I don't know why people want a fourth one.
Oh, God, no.
You don't need it.
It's so hilarious that it ends where it does. Just this total... It's unsatisfying. That's kind of... If
you're supposed to be unsatisfied.
Because a lot of the series is kind of
Homura is our cipher to this world.
Yeah.
We are supposed to be feeling what she is feeling. That movie has to leave you feeling really fucking dejected and bummed at the end.
Yep.
And I don't know why you would want to follow this up and then give people the happy ending. I just feel like it's a cop-out if that's the route they're going. I've heard that they've done a prototype fourth movie or something. But I don't this is a Danganronpa thing where I think that V3 ended where it should have, and everything feels like that is a good place for that to end.
That's a pretty good comparison.
And I would really like there to be nothing else Madoka Magica related. But
I mean, I'm personally am ignoring anything all the manga, the gacha game.
Yeah, things like that. Not into that.
I'm just ignoring those. None of that shit mattered. I did read one of the mangas that was set during one of the alternate timelines that Homura had looped past. Yeah. So it could be canon, but it didn't fucking matter.
When you deal with things like recurring timelines and shit like that, you can easily throw out more fucking...
Higurashi did that a whole bunch.
Yeah, yeah. And even then, as much as I love Higurashi, it's you're not going to get me interested in anything but, the base 8 arcs. Sorry.
Yeah. I think the story just had Madoka randomly get shot at the end so that she died, and then Homura had to restart. It just kind of felt forced like that.
God, yeah. It kind of gets that way, with Higurashi, where, small things not being perfect would be okay, gotta redo it again. Even though everybody lived, she wasn't happy enough with it. So so then she gets her perfect world, and everybody kind of just fucking hates her because everything worked out perfectly. So it's just okay, fuck this. Let's go back to the world where things are, still kind of fucked up, but at least we still have each other.
I guess that's the other thing about Homura is that I feel like a lot of Japanese time travel stories are about not giving up and being determined to save. Because, you can look at her actions and go, oh, they're very, very similar to Steins Gate.
Yeah, yeah. There is a degree of selflessness there where it's literally doing something for someone's sake, but at what point does it turn into like this ugly obsession? And you get to that point, like, and like with Steins Gate and Rentaro, he starts to understand that this has become an obsession and it's stopped being about the person and he needs to fucking stop. And then, like, he reaches that point. We see that point in his mind where he's done it way too much, and it's just like he's broken. I don't think, like with Hamura, she never fully acknowledges.
Oh no,
that the things she's doing are like unhealthy and probably for the wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm. God, I want to see that screen cap John posted the other day of like, this is not the happy world I wished for.
Yeah.
The blood, basically, she's like bleeding out her eyes.
That was real good. Yeah.
It's so edgy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like hammering it in. Do you guys get this now?
Do you get it? Do you get it? Yeah, like, this is definitely...
She was expecting a reward for everything that she did, and she didn't get it.
Yeah.
Monica just left her again.
And now she's angry.
Between Hamura and Sayaka, I really feel like just that's sort of the theme, like very straightforwardly, is like being selfless can be selfish.
Yeah, being selfless can be for fucking nothing. Because it's... Oh, man.
No, if it's actually selfless...
Well, I mean, but it can be, like, being selfless...
You can think you're being selfless.
You can think you're being selfless, but in the end, you're being selfless for no reason other than your own personal benefit or gain or your own conscience.
Because that was something I tripped over a bit, was like, wait a minute, Monica also martyred herself, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, wait a minute. Monica's reasons for martyrdom make sense because that's true. It's something that's true to her heart. It's something that I look at that character and I know that, like, okay, that wish makes 100% sense for her.
Mm-hmm.
And
this is who she wants to be. This is who she needs to be.
Yeah.
When she has that taken from her, it feels cruel to her.
Yes.
Even though it's this big responsibility.
It's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer when Buffy gets killed and they bring her back. And then like everybody's like, hey, so what's up? How's it going? And she's kind of like faking being happy, but you know she was dead. And then like she gets alone with someone, and they're like, so really, what's wrong with you? And she was just like, you ever feel what it's like to be in heaven? And he was like, no. He's like, yeah, try living without that now. And like, and it was just like, oh, that's a real fucking gut punch moment.
Yeah, and it was not long after her mom died in that episode. So it was like, oh boy.
So like yeah, like the stuff where like I saw sort of like a parallel with what had happened to Monica and what had happened to Buffy, and those moments of kind of like both kind of being stripped of something that was kind of beyond words.
Yeah, I think that's a good comparison. Like Buffy does a lot of stuff that is just like the out of left field, really good, strong character turns.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. That just hit you way hard in ways you don't expect.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yep.
This is not like the first 30 minutes of this movie had me on real bad feelings. I was like, man,
I was like, oh, I hope Holly finishes it.
Yeah.
For this conversation.
Yeah, I had to turn it off for like 10 minutes though because they were just talking so fucking fast and it was not stop. It would not stop.
When I was rewatching it, because John was like, I'm not going to use Twitter for 2 hours. And then exactly after 40 minutes, he came back. And I looked at, where's 40 minutes in the movie? And I'm like, it's right when they figure out that they're stuck in that town. And I'm like, this is when the movie starts. And it's getting good now. And that's when you turn to Twitter.
Just needed a minute. Do. I fucking love Monica.
So yeah, Monica Magica Movie 3 Rebellion. Final thoughts.
It's good. You should watch. You should watch the series and then watch that movie. You don't have to watch the other recaps.
Yeah.
Because you should watch the series and then wait like 5 years.
That's what I did.
But it's been longer than that. I think that was 2011. The series.
Well, I've rewatched the series since then.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I rewatched it.
It's weird. I've rewatched the series but never saw the movies, and I even thought about doing that before movie 3, and it's just like, I ain't watching 3 fucking movies before the podcast.
I'm not fucking watching recap movies. Like, you know,
I've heard they're fine though, because like they redid like a lot of the animation to make it even prettier.
That's fine, but yeah,
it's not a ton of trimming because it's a 12-episode series and it's 2 movies. Like, it's those recap movies that are like 13-episode series into 1 movie, and it's not even 2 hours. That's just like, okay, you're cutting like half of it now.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Rebellion, man, that movie hits hard, and it hits all the right notes it needed to, and it's written in the way that it needed to be.
It's fucking crazy. I forgot how crazy it gets.
I really want them to have the balls to leave that as is and not try to give Hamura like the redemption arc. She's had chance after chance of redemption. She doesn't deserve it at this point. The series ends here.
It says the end at the end. I hope that's the end.
I really do, yeah.
I mean, it's been long enough that I think it probably stands a pretty... I don't know. Anime has been having sequels after like 10 years lately now.
Yeah. I mean, it's been long enough that is the ending.
Yeah, like, it is the ending.
They might just bolt a new thing onto it.
Yeah, like, they can bolt whatever they want at this point. Like, I heard that there was going to be something with, like, new characters and shit.
Oh, I think that's definitely happening. But again, like, as far as those... I'm fine with them trying to do something else with new characters, but I think as far as the Monica Homer stuff goes...
I think they need to leave that. I think they need to leave it. Like,
it's so finished.
That story has gotten across the message that it needs to, and I think trying to go back and quote-unquote fix that really takes away... Like, it obliterates everything. If you give her what she wants, you are then kindred spirits on the roof.
If you give her what she wants, then you're missing the whole fucking point. And I'm like, what if they did a movie like Monica Movie 4, Redemption, but then you go for the twist ending? It's like, what could she possibly do that's worse than what she did in this movie?
Exactly! Like, how does it get worse? Like, what can she possibly do?
I said that with Kyubey. That is the evilest thing an anime villain can do, is undo the big anime catharsis for the main series.
Yeah, like, that's real fucking mean.
That's as bad as it gets, I think. Like, what are other series
the universe to capture her god.
Yeah. Oh, it's real fucked. It's real fucked. It's real fucked weird. In the best possible way.
When I watched this movie the first time, I was mediocre, kind of tepid on the whole movie until the last 20 minutes, and then I loved it. And this time I liked the whole movie, and then the ending was a lot sour. Then I remember, like, it's what she's doing is so shitty.
Yeah.
You're past the surprise, and now you're on to, okay, this is like, extremely on point psychologically and thematically in a way that's really gut-wrenching.
Yeah, like I said on Twitter that, like, Hamura is a great character because, not because of anything she's doing is great or noble or fantastic for any reason, it's just because she's so fucking tragic and they go full ham on it. And they follow it to its logical endpoint of just how fucking shitty she is. And she is so good because she's so shitty.
I got like a DM like the next day, like, imagine being so in lesbians with your girlfriend that you rewrite the universe. And I'm like, okay, imagine being so obsessed with a girl that you rewrite the universe to put her in a cage.
Yeah, it's so bad. Like, how do you take one scenario and just make it worse?
I think the biggest problem with Homura is that you have people like me who are like, oh, she's so fucking cool.
Look, it's fine. She is a badass. She's a little fucking badass. There's nothing wrong with that.
She's so good and so likable that people are missing the point.
Yeah, you get caught up in
doing
that.
Bad things.
Yeah.
Like, she's a cool... Even now, she's a cool villain to root for because she did something so incredibly evil.
Yeah, like if you...
and surprising.
On the list of things you can do, of course, like as an anime villain. Man.
There's an extremely populated hashtag that is just Homura did nothing wrong.
Homura did nothing wrong, yeah, I know.
I mean,
full.
I remember seeing that on 4chan, so of course you would think that's where people who thought she did nothing wrong would be.
Yeah.
Oh, I identify with this girl for some reason.
Yeah.
Wonder why that is. Oh my god.
Boy, I still love my martyrdom tragedy romances, though.
I feel like maybe I should have shouted louder about this movie when I saw it.
Yeah, might have. Maybe.
You didn't want to spoil it.
Or maybe.
I didn't want to spoil it.
Or maybe that, like, you started yelling about it now because it was when we needed it. You brought us. You brought us.
John totally watched it on his own.
That's true.
Oh, really? I thought that it was you prodding him. I thought you were prodding him.
No. I mean, he said I'm going to watch it, and then he didn't, and then I started prodding him to watch it on Thursday.
Right. I don't even remember what it was. I think about 2 months ago, a friend's had they have a weekly movie night, and they were watching the Monica movies. And I was just like, oh, I should go to that, and then I couldn't for some reason. So then I kind of had that in my brain. It's just like, I really want to watch that now, huh?
Yeah.
Shit, I really want to watch that. And then I think I've been kind of media starved because I was just so beat up that I just marathoned The Office for 2 weeks, and now I'm like, okay, give me the hard stuff. Give me the hard stuff now.
Let's go.
I'm ready.
I need tragedy. Let's go.
Oh, you got tragedy. Jesus Christ.
Whew.
Yeah, the only problem I did was like, hey, Polly, John watched it. He's going to talk about it on the podcast. Well, maybe you could watch it too.
I knew. Well, see, like I knew the third movie was different, but I didn't know how different. So
I didn't want to say anything.
And I didn't want anybody to ruin it either. So I was just like, fine, fuck it, I'll watch it. So that's how I kind of finally got around to it. And I was just like, oh man, this was way better than I was expecting. Because
it's even better than you watch that first half hour. You go, what the fuck?
Yeah, like see, like I had zero. Like once the series ended, I was happy. Like I was done.
Yeah,
this is perfect.
It's a great ending.
I don't need anything else. And then like a year later, they announced movies are coming out, and I'm like, I don't give no fuck. I give no fucks at all. And then the third one goes completely off the fucking rails.
It's so weird how that first half hour you're just like, it almost seems like designed to be a cash-in. It feels like a cash-in movie of like, here's that happy world with all 5 of them together that you wanted.
Yeah, it was just like, what is going on? I know what's going on, but I don't like it.
The fucking transformation sequences. It's just literally like 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, just 3 straight minutes of real great transformations.
The way the music segues between them is so good too. Like it's a fucking class act scene.
Yeah.
And those dances are so ridiculous though. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they're just strutting their shit at that point. Like, look what we can do.
Yeah, all the big like fan service Momi shots. Momi? What's her name?
Mommy.
Are in the first half hour too, like her in the towel.
Because she tells your mommy that you call her mommy. See, that's how
that's a good joke.
Yeah. Boom. All right, are we ready to wrap things up and get out of here?
I think we're kind of going in circles here.
So yeah, Rebellion. It's real good. To all the people that stuck out and listened to the end, we thank you very much.
I think it was just Dances with the Woos.
Yeah, I think it was just Dances with the Woos that was here. But everybody else, thanks for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging around for the spoiler cast. If you did,
thank you, Ballas.
Thank you, of course, for the bits. Thank you for the subscriptions and the resubscriptions. You are all great. And we will catch you when we roll on episode 100. Once again, that'll be August 24th. At around 5 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna go as long as we possibly can, and it's on a Saturday, and it's on a Saturday, so we can.
Well, that's gonna be something.
And remember, we are the podcast that loves you. We're the only ones that love you, and we love you more because you stuck around this far.
Oh.
All right, that is a podcast, everybody. Thanks again for coming out. I'm gonna go press this. I'm gonna press this stop streaming button here in a moment, but not before I find somebody to send y'all on over to host. So let's see who all's dicking around on the internet right now at fucking 9 p.m. on a Sunday. Oh
yeah, it's 9 p.m. there.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say. You know what? I was auto hosting Swerve. No, you know what? I know who we're going to send you on over to Apollo22237. He is the smuggest motherfucker on Twitch. He is playing King Kong 2 on the Famicom, and he plays that because he's only able to be good at video games for 3 minutes, and that's a 3-minute run. So it serves his needs.
That's not the Marble Madness person, is it?
Huh?
That's not the Marble Madness person.
No, that's another. That's my other friend.
Cool.
Now this guy's. He's doing King Kong 2 He's aiming for, I think, sub 257 or lower. So I'm going to send y'all on over to him, and I will catch every one of you lovelies later. Thanks again for stopping by, and we will catch you in a couple weeks for episode 100. Thanks again. Right.
Cool. We're talking about Monica.